that one. It's the AWP player for FlyQuest, the import. Feels like an Australian core can't be good without a European in the mix. And let's see, it has been an awfully long time since an Aussie core has progressed in a major. Go back to the last Star Ladder back in Berlin, 2019. They made it all the way to the semi-final. That's when JKS and Azza were alongside each other in the server. Azza now behind them as the coach.
Oh, betting partner.
All right. Well, it is going to be a eco. This would be a great opportunity for us to talk about the positions you could be expecting throughout this first map of the best of 3. The T side map pick of Fluxo. Having you connect a player of Kai. You might remember him from Academy roster once upon a time. Obviously, we know of Zevi. He used to play alongside the Skulls, and then Art still trying to reclaim some of that glory that he had once upon a time in Furia. So 2 newer additions, Lakauzi and Decent. Like, in the first season of the year, they were on 2 different teams, MIBR as well as Imperial, so they've come together, and this Fluxo team is already surprised.
Yeah, surprised indeed. I mean, big European scalps in stage 1. Fnatic and Gamer Legion, both of those would have been in my kind of potent EQ squadron. That's a big headshot from Art.
That is massive. So the fact that with this very limited investment, they've been able to grab 1 kill. Regali, the hero of the last down early, maybe they can scavenge back that M4 into be the rotator on this CT side. Would love to get away from the MP9 into that. So this round, it still shouldn't be too dicey. I understand you've given over an opener, but you're only dealing with those limited investments of the P250 and the Deagle. Have to be players from FlyQuest getting caught off guard, blindsided. Get across to that gun. JKS tucks it towards truck. The B defense of Vexi and Netic stays put.
Okay, yeah, confirmation of commitment. JKS readies himself. Quick flick up, does track him nicely. And just a lovely massacre. Just the one to fall. Zevi goes down an extra $600 for ins. And so, yeah, weathering the storm. Regali probably just a little sigh of relief. You know, you've already had a nice impactful pistol. You don't want to feel like you've just given away all that impact by giving away an opening.
So they get that back, and now we're getting into the guns. JKS is just disconnected the server, so it's not taking issue with winning the result here. So talking about the
چطورین دوستان؟
map control that we're going to be
کی تو
talking about,
لایو؟
right? So it might be more often going to be over towards A as well as connected. That's a little bit more meta at the moment thanks to Molodoy. Lukowski's going to be part of that.
یکم بازیشون رو ببینیم بعد خودمون بریم گیم بزنیم.
Overpass, expect to see those 3 together. Kai will be in through connector and then Decent as that B lurk. The CT side setup, we just discussed it, but just to reiterate, since the changes that Azza has made within the team in terms of map pool and positions, Netic has been made an anchor. So he'll be anchoring the B bomb site. He'll be dealing with the monster behind. Vexi will be his short player. In's the in-game leader will be the rotator. JKS becomes the A rifler, right? And this is a position that is traditionally a star spot, and there's no reason that JKS can't fulfill that, but people tend to assign him to the anchor role. But if you think about it, right, you're kind of on your own in a bunch of different positions in a lot of scenarios. Sure, sometimes you have a combo set up with an AWPer or your rotating rifler, but you sit and you deliver, hopefully, a multi-kill. So JKS being given the freedom to play that alongside a Regali over towards A, and that's the CT setup that we can expect.
But also that A rifler, it's all about your read of the game. I feel like JKS, as far as experience is concerned, you know, he's right up there with the very best. And so having that freedom, I imagine there's a world where he really thrives within it. I will say it was a little alarming when I opened up hltv.org and I looked at the overpass statistics. Very few on record, a 25% win rate, but I presume there's a lot of context that is necessary to sprinkle on top of that.
Yeah, I think if you look at the PGL Bucharest results, right, that's after these changes just come in and the teams that they were playing over there, no slouches, right? We've got Gamer Legion in the mix alongside of Legacy. Now, they beat Legacy here, and Gamer Legion lost to Fluxo here. So, names that we're familiar with. If you go back to Draculan, a little bit different, right? That's before the position changes came in. And for Fluxo on the other side, a lot of their wins are domestic, and a few of them have been with Molson, who was their player last season. He's their 6th man this season. So we get underway with the first rifle round.
A little bit of a fumble on the HE. There was potential damage, now squandered. Look how he lives.
This is quick pressure, right? The fact that they've already got this connector control, they've applied pressure towards the A defense. It's forced the rejig of JKS and Regali. JKS now goes back towards long. Regali playing sign in sight. And Vexi looking for some space. He was massive yesterday for the team. Let's see if he can continue that fine form today in stage 1.
Yeah, and Ins with some high praise in the pre-match interview as well, just talking about his development and growth as an individual and player.
This is a quick rejig. If they flash over for short or just head through that monster pipe. They are going to have some B space to work with. Netic going back to address it now. This B bomb site quite weak. If it doesn't get here soon, they could be breached.
Yeah, they're ahead of the timing. Netic's got an awful lot of work to do, and only an MP9 to do it. Okay, is that smoke something you can work with? No, actually just chooses to engage. Lucky to be alive. Little burst finds the head of Kai. Ins lives on, traded out.
TK.
It's a TK that actually counts as the trade, so Zevi, a little bit of collateral damage onto a teammate. They have that advantage. Not clearing his Likowski. Problematic for the 2v2. Smoke on the bridge is going to buy so much time for Zevi. He's actually just chosen to park the bus. Progression in from Regali, partnered up now. JKS just behind. In tow, spams away, actually does some damage there, connects, and Regali with a one-tap. Crazy through the boards, it's going to be a FlyQuest win.
Okay, well, the damage done by JKS there finished off. That one looked a little bit silly. There was a kit on the ground right in front, so no sweat on the brow, and they handle business. Very well done, as this will be 3-0, no dramas for the Aussies.
I thought Zevi was behind cover. How's JKS managed to get like 25 damage on him?
Middle of those boxes.
Just through the gap?
Yeah, right, so you can get some spam through. And
I thought that was an AWP exclusive, okay.
The rifle can do a little bit of damage through there as well.
Okay, so first gun round passed for FlyQuest. We'll see this quick flick, it looks a bit crazy.
Behind the smoke there as well, so either way, JKS, nice shot onto Decent. And that plant does facilitate a few more investments. There's a hero AK in the hands of Decent. The rest are going to be in with Tech 9s. I don't look to be Rush.
It's straight up the guts. Yeah, Decent. Oh, that was the rifle! Doesn't matter if Xi and Netic collapse. They were stacked on top of each other. Likowski, double entry, has put ins on the back foot. Now a barrage of nades into the back of the bomb site. They're flooding in. Bomb goes down, uncontestable. Indecision on the retake, smoking short. Molly's sight, progress.
A smoke short, Molly's side.
There's Likowski with that recovered AK as well. 2 rifles in the mix, and just 2 of those Tech 9s. Ark's done nothing with his. Likowski needs to find that trade, does so with precision. JKS claws back, 2 on 2, progressing, but time is of the essence. Kits are present. With his nade out, Regali. Awkward now for JKS.
Ninja represent.
Oh no,
he doesn't choose to sit it. He hopes he gets panicking.
Oh!
Dead! And I don't think this time.
He's gonna be close.
JKS, he's not sure. He's not sure. And he's done it! Just in time
He didn't think he had it at all. Yeah, he looked like he was a bit remiss with himself there in that situation. That one is going to be a buzzer beater right down to the wire. They get away with that. Just the lineup that gives them away here. JKS gets the kill on Zevi, fakes it, thinks he has the kill, back to the USP, headshot comes in and just in the nick of time.
If it was not that first bullet, if it was not that instant USP headshot, and look how close it came down to. No one FlyQuest knew that was theirs.
Okay, well, Ins and Azza, they like the way that one feels, but remember, that was just the partial. We're back in with the guns now. Zevi has his AWP.
Okay, that's an interesting volley. Limits JKS's aggressive contributions, but you want to talk about aggressive. How's that from Regali?
They just passed that one in. Now he can just back off. Play the number advantage. This is a miserable start for Fluxo into this rifle round. Decent wants to make a play.
He's gone fishing. Netic on the barrel position. Vexite holding nade for reaction off info. Ins a jump audio cue heard from Decent.
That's huge, right? He's going to be able to monitor the rotation to potentially help Art isolate what the next call will be. Or if he finds a gap, gets a timing, he can pounce into action. JKS and Regali have doubled up in toilet, so the gap is long, but Fluxo are not to know that. That's where the AWP found that opening pick. So going through the motions, they need to clear out connector, right? This is going to be very tough to be able to rotate between the sides if you don't have that, and this is when we're talking about a number disadvantage so early. It's already hard on the T side of this map. And I feel for Fluxo to pick this. Hold up. We'll get to that in a second. Regali looking like he wants to re-aggress.
Mort.
Oh, he's in the right place once more. Regali's had a fantastic start to overpass.
This might just force them into B, or even the horrible option of a save. I know it doesn't feel like...
Now it gives you that Listerine face just talking about it.
This is it. This is overpass. And I want to kind of dial back in on it again. Maybe they do regroup and hit B, but 25 seconds, maybe not. This doesn't feel like the type of map where Art is going to be able to be as chaotic as what he would be on, say, Action, for example.
Stuff like that.
Hey, boy,
in this matchup, as Decent gets dealt with by Ins, is that FlyQuest this season have changed their map. It was nuked. They were, I think it was like 8 in a row loss or even 10 in a row losses on the map, and it was like, okay, they need to change, right? As it comes in, they move away from Nuke, they bring Train into the map pool. So for Fluxo, they would have likely picked it within this series, but there's no way they can because it's getting removed. So FlyQuest get a leg up there in the veto, and a 5-0 up to start. This is looking comfortable. Sure, clutches a couple of tighter moments, but all in all, doesn't change the status quo of this moment. No tactical timeout to be called by Tacitus just yet. And essentially the closer of the round, isn't it? Just parks up on another angle with the AWP.
Yeah, I mean, a demonstration of why the AWP is seen. AWPing on CT side overpass is seen as, you know, the most comfortable and most impactful of the positions.
Welcome to my stream.
JKS is actually going to elect to go forward.
This
and
is
now
a
playground
major
and flashbangs. He could be
event.
caught. He is. Good combination there from Lekauzi. Zevi's flash as well in support.
What's the response from FlyQuest? They try and push over towards B, take some space back. Vexite takes short control. Netic is going to rotate, and Regali playing aggressive behind his own smoke, wants to find an angle, but a quick rotation called from Art. He doesn't want to slow this one down whatsoever. A missed monster smoke. That is going to dissuade them whatsoever. If anything, it's a bit of an invitation.
But Vexite looks like he's playing relatively forward on this short angle. If they do go in through Monster, sure, their bomb will be planted, but is there room?
They don't know they missed the monster smoke. So, like, Vexite thinks that they're going to be blocked for at least another 10 seconds. Now he knows.
And they realize it's a little too quiet.
They got to find Lekauzi.
Yeah, and actually they've managed to find Vexite as well. Simultaneously, Inns meets his demise at the hands of Lekauzi. Bomb going down and looking good for a Fluxo round.
Look, Lekauzi is just continuing to search forward on A, so Netic is just chasing Ghost right now. This round is done, just off of the virtue of Lekauzi being the loose piece. So good rotation, missed smoke, unforced error from FlyQuest does allow a free passage. This will be the frag. No, it won't. Netic, you've overcooked the pooch there, mate. I don't know if he was considering going for a knife.
That is the only explanation.
And even still, it's like you have decent finances, so I'm not quite sure that that's the choice that he should have been going for. Now Regali might even lose the AWP because Netic could have been a bodyguard of part of this. Regali feeling the pressure, grabs another, but might be running to his demise. Oh, okay. He's picked up the AK. I guess someone else can drop him an AWP, right? You can't buy that on the CT side, so JKS can facilitate. I think that's an ugly decision there. I think Regali's felt that he's under so much pressure that he was going to get hunted, that if he had the AWP, he was a dead man for sure. But in this situation, it means that JKS has to drop him one. Fortunately, can get donated a lot of utility, but JKS gives away the opener, and then it just falls apart from there. Right now, they're going to start heavy towards A. This might be a bit more friction. Our official betting partner. So 1-2-2 right now. Regali up to bat again.
Yeah, he's nailed it there. That's what you want, the AWP in his hands. An opening kill from Regali, and not the first. JKS has immediately dispatched of Lekauzi as well. Okay, Fluxo. I mean, we can't be looking at a 70, 80-second save. So
just throwing this,
hang on
we might need a marker on. Yeah, that's been missed twice now in consecutive rounds. This is starting to become a little bit of an issue.
Okay.
Rotation's on the way.
Netic's feeling a lot of pressure. That's a good smoke, though. You can see it gives him a lot of freedom.
Oh, catch that.
Ouch! Sent to the Shadow Realm by the AHG. Still that man advantage, but for how long? That is the question. Not in any rush, are they? Zevi and Art, good chunky nade actually. Art just takes it as an invitation, removes the head of Inns and will plant in the smoke. Vexite has a position to play around this. Planted, mantles up, a missed shot from the Zevi AWP. Art off the bomb position, noted, bullets through the smoke. Vexite, that's good output, decent in the clutch though. It's a one-on-one. Regali, he opened up this round, and now he has the opportunity to close it on that tight line. Regali delivers for FlyQuest time after time.
He can get a bit nervy, Regali, so it's a very, very positive sign right now to see him hitting these shots, ones that you need to as an AWP player. So just locking him down, not allowing them to overstep the mark. And I love that from Fluxo. They just get in towards that channel out monster, and they hit the brakes. They know that the fights are going to come their way. Art does a very good job here at making these incisions. The nade onto Netic, the frag as well. And from there, it feels like they give themselves an opportunity. Decent makes it interesting, but another round now at 6-1. B-Rush is looking very fast, at least Poppy.
They've got the flashes ready. JKS has it cocked. Etic up close with the MP9. May be able to play anti-flash as well if they were to try and pop through the monster pipe. A little premature on that HE grenade. Still 20 damage dealt. Oh, they're making a move. Bit of a team nade. And Etic with one Vex sight as well. It's kept level. Flash is just chained together. Look at Inns pushing in. He wants to fight. He wants to brawl. Double kill. It's all three. Inns farming him up. FlyQuest soaring towards a CT haul. Now, I'll remind you, this is a 2-0 game, and FlyQuest have been in them before.
I think there's a different flavor to the team this time around. In the past, they were definitely punchy underdogs. I think a lot of people have been sleeping on them just because, like, you think about the Draculan result, the type of teams they were losing to, Basement Boys, Gen 1. It doesn't really fill anybody with confidence, but I think if people were paying attention to the type of Counter-Strike they were playing in Bucharest, there are some clear changes within this team. It's no longer so shaky against the 4 spies, those rounds that they should be converting, they are. And they're even having the clutch factor. So, new coach in the FlyQuest realms has definitely put the pieces in the right place. But this is overpass. Sure, 7 rounds is good, but Fluxo, if they can get 3, it's enough to work with once they get over to the CT side. A jab there from the crowd towards the Brazilians, and that's all FlyQuest have been playing throughout.
Yeah.
Legacy, Imperial, and now Fluxo.
And if we're here to, you know, we're dismissing Fluxo's win streak because it's against Brazilian teams, what do we say about FlyQuest?
Right, so I think FlyQuest would love to get a little bit of revenge against Brazilian teams. Right? Multiple times I remember watching MIBR eliminate them from tournaments.
A team Lacountey decided he wanted to depart.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? MIBR will be coming up in stage 2. They've got 2 imports, Klim and Kick It over there alongside of Insani and co.
They're really fishing for this Regali frag, and he's on the line. Ah, it goes down. Regali, the perpetual opener.
He's been great. Yeah, he's 11-3. This is fantastic work from the Romanian. I think when you look at the last 2 majors, FlyQuest being 2-0 up in the best of ones and the best of threes being the bane of their existence, they're definitely more confident within their map pool. And the fact that this is their opponent's map choice, I think FlyQuest should be feeling they took the veto elsewhere, but it's too little too late as Regali grabs another. Now Inns is just going to be set up for success. Another multi-kill, but not to be the triple. Lacountey to dart away and hold on to this, but they know exactly where he is. They're going to bear down on his position. If anything, right now you'd be screaming, take him after time.
And as the time runs down,
Perfect.
JKS finds him. Lacountey, that's going to really put a dent in the finances as well. He only had, what, 2,300 in the bank account.
It might be down to a Tech 9 or hoping he gets a drop from Art. Tactical timeout called. Tacitus, coach, birthday boy on the mic. Let's see if he's got something to add to this conversation, because 8-1 and just how quick a lot of these rounds have been. There's a couple of moments that have been close, but really it's been FlyQuest having their way with the Brazilians.
This is so sick.
Then we move into their map choice coming up next of Inferno. So there's a lot of confidence as Azza gets his opportunity to get on the mic as well. No real need to change up too much. What they're doing is great. I think the advice would be, hey, let's not overstep the mic too much, right? We're playing with confidence. We're hitting our shots. Let's not give them away into this map.
But with FlyQuest as well, the amount of times it's looked like this, you know, I'm not here to count any chickens before they hatch.
No, that's fair. I think that is a definite concern, and one for this man on the screen as well, right? Inns, this is his 7th major. He's played at majors with Renegades, Greyhound, and FlyQuest. This is his 3rd outing in the FlyQuest jersey, and he hasn't progressed a single time, whether that's Challenger stage, whether that's stage 1. So this is a long time coming for Inns, the captain and in-game leader of this squad.
Well, he's got more muscle than he's ever had before on this roster.
Yeah, and I think that's a reason that they've definitely put him back in the in-game leadership chair. Dexter was there for a stint. This is a complete new complexion, and picking up Medic, the next generation. Let's not confuse him with an Australian. He is a New Zealander. They're flying the flag.
We're seeing some overpass T-side protocols on display from Fluxo. Regali Zorp not going to get all of the free openings. A nice molly for Divider.
The problem is they have no connector control, right? So at this moment, you are going to be able to start rotating away some of your B defenders, and this activation could come in from JKS as you're setting up the execute. So if you don't clear it out, you'll be rumbled regardless.
He lies in wait, does JKS. 10 kills deep already. Decent. Oh, nice headshot. aware of the possibility. Does he overlook a second? Yes, he does. Vexite, the double up works out wonderfully. He'll scavenge the AK and retreat. Regali, some active AWP pushing. Art can't quite believe it. A taste of his own medicine, and it's sour.
Kai's behind him, though.
Yeah, he's going to go down here. Nice find. Inns, however, got a lot on his plate. Nice find from Zevi. Netic has slipped through towards the dice box. It looks like Zevi was considering it, but no, in his blind spot. Pressed his eye to the scope, and so Kai. A clutch, just to get Fluxo's juices flowing. He gets the first piece, and now for a plant. Vexite up against him, and a fake that could cost him here. Vexite's quick with it. You see that death POV, instantaneous deletion for the 9th FlyQuest round. They are racking them up.
There's been a couple now that have gone down to the wire, right? But every time FlyQuest are the ones with the number advantage, so it's not like they're having to play from behind other than that JKS one on that B site. So sure, they're getting close, but if you haven't broken through yet, you've only got 2 more opportunities to get that 9-3, and that's to keep your head above water. You can see how annoying it is when you don't have the full map control, you don't have con control, you haven't pushed them back from long and bathrooms. They're just thorns in your side, just these weeds growing across the overpass right now. FlyQuest making your life a living hell.
I mean, look at this. No, Knives out, running through connector with that tech. Is
Oh!
He can't catch a break. Oh, brought down this time by the wall bang. That one's gonna sting. And now a dink onto the rifle. Oh dear, Kai's bell rung. Might want to throw that AK over to someone healthy. Yeah, Lakowski gifted that. He starts to probe towards the B short. Smoke on Monster won't last forever. In fact, you can see it there fading shortly, but we'll replenish it, and we'll frag him out. Okay, 5 alive from FlyQuest, nothing for Lakowski here. It's just overwhelming him, hang on, he's just in for a lovely triple. Lakowski gives it a quick reminder of what he's capable of.
Yeah, they have a couple of moments where you go, okay, these guys can shoot. They've all had a little, I'd say, spurt of flash, but really, it doesn't really cost them anything.
Yeah, it's just that, I mean, logically sound from FlyQuest is if we all swing, he can't kill us all, but he kind of nearly did.
Inch just peppering away through the
Where's
boards.
the second one? Here it comes.
Yeah, just 2 wallbangs, right? And walking into it, Kai goes down as well, so Inns couldn't be easier, as opening kills have been one of the factors that FlyQuest have been dominating so far. Let's see if they can make it 11-1 on the half.
JKS on a walkabout. Same for Vexite. Oh, he's so good. Vexite is looking the best I've ever seen him.
The comfort of that setup, right? At the moment, FlyQuest, they're not playing as individuals, they're playing as a team, and then the individuals get to thrive, right? You know that your connector's covered, you know that the boys have got your back, you know that they're going to swing with you. Yeah, as Netic takes down Art, and it's just Zevi and Lakowski. This is looking set for that 11-1 scoreline.
I mean, when you are so tantalizingly close to the next stage of the major for Fluxo, this is going to really take the wind out of your sails.
Especially with the scouts that you took down of Gamer Legion and Fnatic,
exactly.
Right? You would think, coming into this event, most people would put those teams ahead of FlyQuest. Fnatic we could have an argument about if you want, but either way, this one will just simmer, so going to be plenty of time to talk through this with 40 seconds and a 1v5. Lakowski, same position from the last round, noted now, and they'll just box him in. This is the type of Counter-Strike that Azza, the coach behind them, will be proud of. It's not just an individual performance, the team getting the job done. FlyQuest 2-0, they've been here before, but this is dominance against Fluxo, 11-1 against your opponent's map choice. We will be right back.
جانم سلام جانم مرسی شما در میرم دستگو.
Back underway, overpass, second half. First map of this best of three. And it is for a spot in the second stage, the Starlight of Budapest Major.
It's a non-starter, isn't it?
I mean, this is not what I was expecting when I saw Fluxo flying through the best of ones as confidently as they did. I thought we'd see some resistance. Admittedly, sure, T-side overpass, but you picked this.
They have a good stack right now for the pistol. What's the timer on the go from FlyQuest? You can see the U2 at the ready. Ins and Nelly are going to throw that. The pack of Kevlar, Regali, JKS, and Vex. I need to find the frags.
Yeah, I mean, they flashed, they swung, they had all the right pieces in the right places. But Vexite's bullet that connects. It's a nice one back from Kai. Zevi playing around that short smoke. There's so many bodies here. This could get messy. Lukowski behind them. They're clearing through. Glock connects, but Lukowski does too. Double on the USP. Can't track Regali. FlyQuest take the pistol. You want to talk about non-starter? That pistol practically condemns them to a 13-1.
Yeah, and a great performance from Regali here, 17 kills. It's a team effort, right? They're not able to pull off any of these maneuvers without one another, but Regali's been hitting the shots, so this is just absolute domination. And for this to be your map pick, you need to hope that the mental of FlyQuest is absolutely rubbish going into the next map of play. I think it'll be a closer affair, but right now, you are just getting ragdolled.
The mental of FlyQuest, after a 13-1, I'm not sure it's going to be in the bin.
It's more about the fact that Inns and Vexite have been here before a couple of times. Regali and Netic were alongside at the Blast TV Austin Major, where they were also 2-0 up.
Something to be said about Art's position. Never mind, actually. Netic makes light work of his aggressive maneuver.
So that's where my query comes in, right?
Understood.
Is that not, are we worried about our opponent? No. Is the moment something that we're going to crumble in front of?
Right, and if I was the mental coach of FlyQuest, I'd do everything to distract them from even thinking about that for a moment.
I don't know if they have one, so you could be the guy.
I'm in. You know, I'm talking like I'll do a clown show.
Okay.
I'll get some card tricks out. Anything to stop them from thinking about what this map means, you know?
Sure. But that's from the interviews we've heard from this team time and time again, we're just taking a match at a time, right? And this is something where I think in terms of their expectations, it sounded like stage 3 was where they want to be, but knowing that, look, you're not going to get there if your focus is off. And right now, just looking to punt in this 5v4 advantage.
All right, well, this is where Counter-Strike teams dream of getting that opening pick untraded and then finishing off together. We're starting to see it looking to take shape. Diesel would have to step up and deliver. Just the two. Here comes Lukowski. Empty hands on the farmer. Sevi, however, racks him up.
Another 1v1.
Yeah, puts him into the clutch. Mr. Potter versus Zevi.
Bomb has been planted.
Mac-10 versus Scout. Zevi elects to go heaven. Oh, what? At range, the Mac-10 wins it.
You can't spell wins without ins, and that right there is going to feel great for the in-game leader. He's been here before a couple of times, but that level of domination, they are just one map away from progressing to stage 2 of the major.
I felt a bit nervous, but also excited to set up because I realized it's another major I get to play. And this time we're more prepared. I am more prepared. I'm matured a little bit. I wanted to prove to myself that we can go further in the tournament.
I would say like the vibe for the team is in the right spot where everybody's competitive. You don't see a lot of crying, a lot of complainings. Sometimes here and there, but overall we're really focused on playing the best we can and doing the right stuff.
I trust all my teammates, you know? We have confidence. We're gonna win, trust me. I told you.
It was chaotic because both of the games we were not thinking they would choose these maps. We just played with our own game plan, not based on anti-strats or anything. We just played with good communication and confidence. I think the mood and energy today was 10 out of 10, I would say. We came back in one game, and one game we were dominating. So it showed a good resilience today and great mindset from everyone.
When I feel comfortable with the team, like they're all understanding what they should be doing and doing the right things, gets more weight out of me so I can focus on my game. Everything is flowing, they're doing great stuff on A, they can take control of the map, and they're rotating, they're communicating, so I feel comfortable doing my own stuff and focusing on my game, so that's a big part of it.
Just qualifying to stage 2, it would be great. Before I used to say this is our goal, but slowly seeing ourselves, how we play, I'm thinking stage 3 might be the goal.
We have some personal vendetta, I would say, against them, because last major and we got wrecked on the first match. Excite, he played very confidently and he breaks so many strats for us, so there's some personal vendetta for us against them.
Just have fun on the server and let's hope we will have a great match.
So we know how they can be a dangerous team, they can snowball, they can play very loose, they can play as a unit if they want. You can come and fight for us for space, we're gonna be there ready for it, we're gonna fight you.
You heard Regardie there in the interview saying that they just want to have fun, and I can't think of anything more fun at a major than beating your opponent on their map 13-1.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge risk in first picking an overpass going into this. You have to rely on your T sides, you have to get a lot of after plants. To be fair, they did get a couple in the beginning, so the start wasn't as bad as it looks. But if you actually look at it, the only round they got was when FlyQuest overcommitted in an aggression over on that fountains area, and Fluxer could punish. And after that, it was literally everything under control for FlyQuest.
That was some of the most composed gameplay I have seen from FlyQuest, even though some of the rounds got a little bit messy, even though some of the late rounds got a little bit hairy in terms of how close they were, 1v1s, 2v2s, but it always felt like they were the ones that were in control. If you took the nameplates off, I would have probably thought that this would have been the gameplay of FaZe throughout the tournament. Unfortunately, that's not the case, but we could be celebrating the fact that FlyQuest look like they are just a different team than what I am used to 3+ months ago.
What I love about majors is there's always that one team that comes up, and it's like the underdog from a region you don't expect, and you kind of all put your hopes and dreams on them. It was Mongols in the past. I watched that map and started going, I'm an Aussie believer. That's what that made me feel like. It looks really good in the server.
Yeah, and it's these small, minute details that you see that they trust each other, they're not confused about situations, and they're just, yeah, just moving as a unit. And I think it just is signs of a team that's growing and coming into their own self in a way. And I think, yeah, everything just looks great from my opinion, and just, yeah, I hope to see more of FlyQuest.
The visual difference in them now versus 6 months ago last season was sometimes you'd get into these kind of 2v2, 3v3s, and someone just makes a bad peek. But it felt like this time around, they were just ready for everything that Fluxo wanted to do, and they could also just break down situations so cleanly. So whatever Azure did, I don't know, his Sprout tenure was extremely tenuous, and it was also kind of sad, if I'm being real, because his teammates knew the meta of CS better than he did, and now he's coming into this team, and he looks like whatever crash course he gave to this team, I want to take it. Like, I need to know what information and wisdom he bestowed upon everybody on FlyQuest.
I think he had the pieces. He's just found a way to get them activated. What do we like about their overpass specifically?
I mean, I think it's just keeping the composure, making sure they're always trying to claw their way into the rounds. We didn't get to see much of their T side. It was essentially, you know.
I wish I could say on that side of the map, yeah. Just a good pistol round, I
Yeah,
guess.
good pistol round.
Yeah.
Good conversion.
Yeah,
But other than that, you know, it's just they seem to know what to expect from Fluxo. I think once they adjusted from the early gameplay, they put a little bit extra focus on that monster area, shut it down, and just gain the money control. And then it becomes really hard, because what options does Fluxo actually have? They can default towards A against Regali's AWP and JKS, who was beasting in this game. So they could just only really hit B at that point, because you need to be very structured, and Fluxo to me is not a very structured team to be able to default on A.
No, not quite enough. Looking at Fluxo before that game on their overpass, they do just tend to spam the B hits. So I'd say good initiative from the guys that were on the site to also get into the short water area a lot of the time. Just made sure that in any kind of post plan, it was never comfortable for Fluxo. On top of that, we have to talk about the retakes, okay? Like, this is where things just got so ridiculous in that rounds are very hard to come by on the T side of overpass. And so when you have these opportunities as Fluxo and you just lose control of them because of the patience of Regali, the patience of JKS, the way they're able to tether off of each other and just honestly hit some great shots too, this is really where, even though it was early in the half, this was where there was any spark just completely snuffed out for the Fluxo side.
Obviously, when you're taking a look at a performance like a sort of scoreline like this, we were just going to become the FlyQuest fangirls, right? So let's swap it over now. We're moving on to another map. What does Fluxo have to change as they move into Inferno if they want to equalize the series?
Wow, that's a really tough one, because I mean, I personally think they just need to be able to get entries, get control, but there's very little things that actually, for me, are telling that Fluxo is going to be able to win on Inferno, because FlyQuest looked super comfortable on Inferno yesterday. Yeah. I thought that's where they play their best Counter-Strike, so I don't have a lot of hope and a lot of things that I could say that will change this outcome for Fluxo.
No, I've seen enough, Sam. Fluxo, they're inheriting the FlyQuest curse, okay? Fluxo, 2 majors in a row, 2-0 start, and 2-3. I'm calling it now. That's happening to Fluxo, okay?
You just put that on them?
Yeah, I'm calling it now. This will definitely not blow up in my face, I'm sure.
Okay, so let me get this straight, Maui. You've gone, okay, cool. They're currently playing to try and qualify for stage 2, and you're like, hey,
I know what I'm looking at.
They're not even
I know what I'm
faking
looking at,
it?
okay?
Wow.
It's not going to get any easier. This was their chance, and they've already messed up their map pick, and I'm going to say, I mean, I agree with Devil Walk on the Inferno side. I think FlyQuest really polished on that side.
Okay, let's focusing really quickly on FlyQuest. You mentioned that you liked what you saw in Inferno. What was it that you liked from them?
I mean, I mentioned earlier, it's the calmness in the chaos. It's the willing to sacrifice yourself and put your teammates in better positions. And I think the communication, just from an eye test, looks great. They seem to not be panicking, you know, and have everything under control. It's just that whole package just makes it seems like what is Fluxo going to throw at them? It's going to be chaos, but they seem to be able to, you know, rely on each other and work their way out of it.
Who are you keeping an eye on in this one? Which player?
I feel like, I mean, highest rated CT player for Fluxo last few months on Inferno is Zevi, so a lot of it obviously is going to come down to him. But man, I just feel like FlyQuest are so thorough. Like, the way they dismantled Imperial yesterday, it felt like even when there was decent counter utility coming their way, they were always ready with a guy that was anti-flash. They never were just fully sending it where they just ate a nade in the face, they ate a flashbang. So I feel like they're so prepared for all of these little tricks that Fluxo are going to want to throw their way. So yeah, it kind of has to be Zevi if you need any kind of X factor here for Fluxo and for me to believe.
It kind of feels like you're leaning towards the FlyQuest 2-0. I mean, that's what I'm getting from here.
100%.
What world did you imagine? The Southern Hemisphere, that's going to be the place that the first team qualifies. And it's not even from Brazil, it's from Australia. damn. Sponge is probably celebrating already, but there is one more map. One more map.
Whether he's celebrating or not, I think the adage goes, don't count your chickens until they hatch. Yes, indeed, our analyst desk seems convinced. However, I imagine, Chad, you're going to approach this with bated breath.
Yeah, remember, it's early in the morning right now in Australia, so people might think that they're dreaming as they wake up to watch this one, or they've stayed up all night. But
Yeah,
either
good
way,
morning, or
there's
good
worry
afternoon.
for everybody. I imagine Inz's mum, she's always watching. She will be seeing this for the third time unfold. This is their best chance yet.
Oh, and actually,
great.
it started off with a bang. Decent. You know, he's got the dual Berettas, doesn't find that initial bit of friction he was hoping for. That's a nice response,
That
Kai.
might force you into B quite quickly, though.
Certainly, especially when you've already taken down one. It is only Art here for now. Throws out his block smoke. They're going to want to go through this. Spams half of his magazine. A flashbang. And Lakowski has bodies all around him. A quick flick at Anetics. Block. Vexite pushes smokes. Giving Fluxo a taste of their own. And he's even tapped out Kai.
Oh, the confidence right now is brimming on the boys. You can see just the level of aggression, happy to get stuck in, and that'll be another pistol added to the tally. Overpass, that was the most dominant map of the major so far, 13-1, outdoing NIP's scoreline of 13-2 yesterday in one of their matches.
And of course, the desk discusses Inferno versus Imperial was the second best of one we saw from FlyQuest, starting on that T side and actually posting 9 T rounds up against another Brazilian side in order to secure this 2-0 battle.
Yeah, there are 5 Brazilian teams, if I've done my maths correctly, or is it 4? Hold up a second. We've got Imperial, we've got Fluxo, we've got Legacy, and of course we've got the Red Team. So 4 right there, and the other 2 are North American. M80 versus NRG. Actually, that's our next game coming up next. So the fact that Fluxo have drawn FlyQuest, it looks like they're the Slayers of Brazil at the moment. I worry for the nerves, right? That's if this does get close, right? Let's say we're 10-10 late within the piece. That's where the nerves may come in and be the undoing for FlyQuest. Great shot there from Netic.
Can't believe he's getting away with the third as well. Really cheeky from Vexite. High impact to start. 4
players starting B right now for Fluxo. Just Kai anchoring A. You'll see a lot of that throughout this CT half. Vexite, if you're on his plate here.
Yeah, he could have a little bit too much to deal with. He'll actually back away. Doesn't want to play close up against what likely is going to be 5-7s or at most an MP9 or 3. Head-to-head with the MP9, doesn't go his way, but that's what you want to see in the feed if you do go down. Vexite falls, and so do Decent and Lakowski.
Oh, problems now.
Yeah, tags already connected, but Kai can't finish it off. Couldn't switch out to the pistol in time. Goes for a second scout shot.
Well, if they're playing nameplate Counter-Strike, they'll know that's the A anchor, so they should expect the open runway right now. I know there was another player over towards B at a minimum, maybe both, right, if you were considering the util that was being thrown. So they'll get in, they'll get the bomb down. The question is, do Art and Zevi want to give this one a look, or do they want to hold on to these MP9s into the next?
Well, they're having a look.
I think into the next is the best option. So yeah, they've hit the bubble.
You hope someone gets a little horny, gives you an AK-47. It's certainly a lot better to be bringing that through than an MP9, but yeah, unlikely to be seeing anything else.
Okay, so that's 2-0 now for FlyQuest. The winning ways continue. Talk about the setup. We're going to have Art over towards Banana, the aggressive piece, of course. Decent will be supporting him. Lakowski as the A rotating rifler, Zevi as the AWP, and Kai as the A anchor. FlyQuest, their Banana fights will be through Vexite, which you've already seen. Regali and Inz will be supporting him, depending on the calls. Netic will be the second mid-boiler player, and JKS through apartment. So that's what you can expect in terms of positions in defaults and standard rounds. But this is great. They're looking calm. Remind me, I'll throw a nugget your way. Oh, actually, no, we do just have the saved MP9s. I was getting a step ahead of myself there. Thought we were already into the guns. An Aussie core has not won a best-of-3 at a major since Starlet of Berlin 2019.
Which just sounds absurd. Maybe there's something about Starladder events that just gets FlyQuest, or rather gets Australian Counter-Strike awake. But yeah, that's bizarre. So just to reiterate, the Australian core has not won a best-of-3 at a major since 2019.
That's 6 years ago. That was when the org meta was prevalent.
Oh gosh, I remember those days.
So it's been a long time between drinks. Obviously, there was the 103 Thieves, and then it all fell apart. JKS went to Greener Pastures over to different international teams, Complexity, G2, Liquid, standing in for FaZe for a stint. Azza and Co, they continued under the Extreme Mums, I think was the official, yeah, the Extreme Mums, right, yeah. That didn't really find what they were looking for. And then all those pieces have slowly just melted away. So they test the waters of Banana, they apply some pressure, now they're going to work for the mid control.
He's going to pull Kai over.
Yeah, big rotation. Art and Decent are coming as well. So Lacalzi and Zevi, if they can put up some resistance, there's a chance. But long smokes will drop towards Library and Arch. Rat potential available. Have to be A now, 30 seconds.
Zevi investigating forward. Actually, Art the first to fall. Inns gets given a gift. An opening kill. Now starting to swing on through. Vex side. A quick final to Zevi. Kai caught in the open. JKS out range. Hang on though. P250 goes overlooked. Needed a multi. Lacalzi unable to provide. And so FlyQuest will just sail through a comfortable third round with those saved MP9s.
I agree with the death sentiment there. Right now, FlyQuest, in terms of the communication, it's looking on point. They're not getting flustered in any situation. Sure, a couple of rounds within that first half of Overpass came down to 1v1s or 2v2s, but they always felt like they were in control. The JKS 1v2 was the only one that felt like it had to be pulled out of nowhere. But everyone's hitting shots. Nobody's looking too nervous.
Yeah, if anything, like the key word you're kind of dancing around is composed.
Yeah.
You know, this is a composed Counter-Strike team on display right now, which is not a word often at the tip of the tongue.
No, normally it's more gimmicky the way their victories come, right? At least that was
at least historically.
FlyQuest. Yeah, the Renegades, the Greyhounds.
The Vox Eminors.
Yeah, that too. Titan remembers. Banana press, County. At the top with Art, decent to set them up with flashes, going through the motions. Mouth of Banana constricted with a molly. They're gonna play through.
He's going. Art! Oh, 100 to 0. Vexite gets a second onto Lacalzi. Okay, asking a lot for number 3, but the trade actually could come through. Decent's done a lot of work, but In's not playing scared. You love to see that. Two of his teammates put their life on the line in pursuit of the open B site. And Inns goes and just hoovers up that space, runs him down on the reload.
Well, this is it now. They are really in a position where they can hunt these guns. JKS make sure that they can't press into second mid over towards T-spawn for the save, so he's at least got that guaranteed. Now this is a scenario if you are FlyQuest in the early stages, you start running away and you're hunting and you allow them back into the site and you lose a really clumsy round, that's not good. So JKS will go for the search, the hunt on his own. Inns and Regali will stay with the bomb to make sure this is guaranteed. If JKS can remove one of these guns, with the loss bonus going into the next, that's going to remove another threat. So is he able to take anything? Orp in pit. Rifle in sight, bomb goes off, that's the round. And that'll be that. So just held at bay, not able to get anything. It was a bit of a timid search, but not wanting to let an AK fall over into enemy hands.
Nasty state of affairs for Art, wasn't it? I mean, he's chosen to go for the most aggressive, I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a surprise, most aggressive of the options, which is pushing through the flames, and then he eats a flashbang and burns to his death.
Yeah, Art doesn't have the S key on his keyboard.
No.
It was only came with a W, and that's kind of how he lives and dies Counter-Strike.
It will get you through best of ones. That start of play, certainly.
Yeah, when you can push lobby every round versus Gamer Legion,
exactly.
that might do it. But now we're in the best of threes, and you're...
Oh, no! Art's going for jump shots, trick shots.
Vexite has been in fine form.
Punished him. Vexite 7 and 3. We've only just begun map 2 here.
That's his third opener.
And we're going to be locking in one of these two teams. Likewise, obviously making the strongest of cases as the first into stage 2 from stage 1. JKS just applies some pressure up mid. Smoke blocks off the vision of Lacalzi.
Yeah,
Kai
so
calls it clear.
Full info. Zevi knows that he needs to be on notice right now. Ooh, by playing more passive with the AWP. JKS gets the info on the mid setup. That now should inform them for this B execute. Zevi needs to go huge.
Yeah, Zevi's been informed that it's just him up against FlyQuest.
Miles away.
It's just got to be Zevi and his AWP. There goes Vexite. Where's that trade? Hiding out behind the pillar. Zevi, he's done very well. timid now. Finally, Netic finds him on the cross. No smoke grenade. This makes things very difficult. Now throwing out a HG, trying to cross, trying to fight, trying to feel. Netic! Outrageous! Who needs a smoke when you've got headshots? Just takes 1, 2, and 3.
Damn, that is massive from Netic. He's been moved to some of these more passive or anchor roles on the CT side, but this kid has aim. He's mechanical, and it's sharp as hell right there. That was brilliant.
Oh, mate, they had no right. I thought Zevi had done absolutely enough.
Yeah, 2 kills from the back of the side.
On your own.
Yeah, he definitely thought he had teed his team up there. Catch this one again. Oh, over the camera, over the shoulder camera.
That second one is
that's
spicy.
Sharp. That is sharp. Okay. Well, they can get him with another buy of sorts, lacking util, but not an AWP. Zevi's got that again.
And that looks like it should be destined for a Zevi opener. Inzi had his crosshair in the right place. Orb, however, was posted. I can't believe it. Vexite's found Art again. Art can't catch a break. He cannot escape the Vexite demon.
Vexite loves a bit of aggression himself, but he's a little bit more tempered in his approach. I think he's an awful lot sharper than Art as well. But Inns gets the call from the grave. Art does the same. So both in-game leaders getting an opportunity right now in this 4v4 to see if they can...
We're 6 rounds in, Chad, and he has participated in 5 opening duels.
Classic.
He's won 4 of them. He's lost 1 of them, and missed flick from Zevi. Vexite doubles up. Set up to succeed, and now accelerating. No one home on B.
What's your favorite 4-letter word, Alex?
S-A-V-E. You ain't got economy. You saving.
So they hold on to this. They can go again. But we had 20 rounds of play over the 2 maps so far. Fluxo have won 1.
Insufficient.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
But Vexite just doesn't seem to be... he is, you know, unbothered, in his lane.
Look, they've been doing all interviews about this. Az has done some, In's done some. They've been talking about the position changes. Vexite, he's a lad that communicates a lot, and he's always been an aggressive player. In some of these iterations of the rosters before, they started to put him in anchor-ish positions, which with his aim, I could understand. But he's a player that kind of feels the game, and you're seeing that in these spots that he's playing. So he's a temperature check, and Inns is the other. So the 2 of them on maps, they're going to be playing for map control, and it's going to help out Inns a lot with the mid-round calling. Then you've got JKS extremely comfortable on those lurks, right? That's something that he's been doing for an awfully long time. He can look for space. Sure, there's been criticism around him in the past not being aggressive enough to look for the gaps, but that's something that I think in this team he will have to do. And then you have Netic. It's like, okay, he is so sharp that on the CT sides, if he's anchoring a spot and there's multiple bodies on his screen, I think he's going to take 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, I'll have to excuse myself there. I think I neglected to mention that Zevi's actually got the opening kill in that round, so Vexite, that one doesn't count on his tally.
Okay.
But either way, that one does! Double trouble again! Vexite causing problems on the B side. Breakthrough Banana, Art finds a response, a good one, to thwart the aggressions. And he's playing around the smokes, Art style. Damn, he's just generating so much space, so much momentum for FlyQuest on this T side. You can see Kai's got a test coming his way. JKS and Regali have partnered up. He's thrown out a short block smoke. Might give him a bit of room to stretch his legs. And talking of stretching legs, it's Art charging straight up the guts of middle. Have they heard him? No, he's timed this to perfection. Oh, yeah, Regali relays it.
Double B.
Double swing. Regali's there. Opens up for an avenue straight back to B.
That is beautiful. Regali's communicated the steps. They've even had time in that moment to coordinate the double swing. And now JKS should have the rotation of Kai dealt with. He's made the steps. They know where he is. Regali can plant the bomb. Kai knows he needs to get over towards that site. Looking for a path of least resistance as JKS is chasing him around here silently. Kai actually has an avenue. JKS will communicate it's not possible for him to come through CT. Just worry about Banana and, well, Kai's heading for the high hills. This one is done. 7-0. This isn't entertaining for most.
How about you?
It is for me. And my countrymen, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Vexite just straight through, doubles up, another opener, add that to the tally.
I mean, I don't know how far away Art was from not making a sound there, but that really did cost them. Looking at the scores on the doors, you can see that just the Vexite Netic combo, 18 frags combined.
And it's good to show that there's different shades, right? You had Regali, fantastic on the AWP. The Romanian import on overpass, just delivering kills, and that's the map to do so. Right now, Vexai up banana, winning out these duels. That's the key zone of this map. So everything going their way is a tactical timeout called the first, and this one feels late, doesn't it? As they're on the mic, Tacitus the same. But it gives the time for us to, look, to get back into this, the answer appears to be double AWPs. So let's see. Zevi will take his over towards A. Art will try his best over towards B, I'm sure. And because they've been running up, this is something where you hope that you can hit that first shot, fall back AWPing. But if the util is on point, we know how difficult it can be for AWPers on Inferno. You get the double mollies in, one sandbag, one mouth of banana. The flashes are good, you're pushed off the line. They smoke CT, you're playing CT, or you're playing coffins, you're behind them, you have to play side. So for Art, he has to do this through aggression.
Our betting partner.
As we get back underway. Be a perfect time for Azza to have called like a change-up. You know, like let's feign the map control and then go into... Ooh, okay, one AWP noted.
Not far off. Not close.
If you go into an A execute right now... Oh, it is definitely A related. 2 up through Boiler.
I think Inz has got names from here. Is it flashes?
And the fact that he's there in second mid tells you it's going to be something at least for mid control early.
Regali looks like he's going to be positioning to throw out another part of that. Here comes a test for Vexai. Is he really going to have any more? No, this time kept empty-handed. It's an important kill from Decent to try and get Fluxo comfortable. Confirms banana is theirs. They have the banana control, and so full focus now from Fluxo here on the A site.
You have to win this one.
It's a 4v3 though. The numbers still technically favoring FlyQuest.
Regali lining up a moto smoke. Here they come.
Ooh, this shot from Zevi. He's going to be feeling the pressure now, but there's no commitment here. No, it's JKS onto Lakauzi. A cheeky catch on a sliver gap has opened up into a 4-on-4. Art, a tentative rotation, trying to catch potential Art slip. Yeah, no, towards the arch side, but now it's been smoked off and they're wrapping. Kai and Zevi. Forced wide. Finds an angle. Art brings that second AWP over. They know it's posted. And it's already the double AWP potent crossfire delivering lovely from Zevi and Art in combination. And Regali, he meets the same fate. Lovely work. Okay. Finally, they buck the trend.
You know it's double AWPs, and it has been carried through as well. So your call right now can be a little bit more direct, knowing that those AWPs are in play. So the first comes in very late within the piece. 8 rounds already under the belt, 7 of those to FlyQuest, and 2 rounds within the series so far for Fluxo. They don't know what winning feels like. A streak is going to be required to break the finances, but they've done well under pressure. Oh, down in.
Yeah, that is hyper-aggressive. And it's going to be an escorting of Lakauzi. You're not going to be playing scared at all. Hang on. Yeah, JKS was not expecting that. Opening kill for the Brazilian side. Fluxo.
They're surging.
Hang on a second. Vexite's already asking questions of the site. Yeah, Odd needs to hit a shot. Decent will. Double kill. Bomb on the back of Regali. Art comes in from the coffin side. He might have it. He's missed his shot again. That's 2. Is it 2-on-4? Is this a conversation we can have?
Yeah, Regali can re-smoke CT.
Gets the bomb down.
Oh, he's used the coffins.
Okay, and now vulnerabilities of that banana. It's actually way earlier than they may be ready for. Zevi comes in, rounds the corner, and oh, nice catch! And a nice one back. Puts it onto Netic. And yeah, held by Kai. That's what you want to be seeing. Fluxo, that's 2 consecutive.
Okay, there was a lot of pressure on that B side. They did well to hold that at bay. But maybe a tactical timeout to be called. And I know it's early, but I want to make sure that we sow these seeds in case it does get out of control. The mental of FlyQuest is going to be the question, right? Because when you have players like Int and Vexai who have been here several times before, can they keep it together? You've been dominating. The scoreline, it's looking flush. You've already got 7 rounds T-side. Inferno, your map choice. Only a few rounds away from progressing at a major. And these type of frustrations is where the lid needs to stay on, right? It can't reach boiling point, not when you have this type of a lead. And the money will be broken after this one. So FlyQuest, can you find a response before Fluxo actually get their claws in to this map? Prioritizing the AWP Regali, setting him up, clear of the smoke. Vexite takes the space.
Oh, this actually might be a little too much for Zevi. There was no instant trade. Awkward now. JKS, he had to find that. Claws it back into the 4-on-4 and doesn't overcommit. Could have easily strafed into Kai's crosshair there. Instead, calls his jets into the 4-on-4.
You need to take stock right now if you're FlyQuest and consider what utility you have. Smoke's on the likes of JKS as well as Regali, so that's an execute that can be lined up. Lukowski over towards Trash. He can sell mid, activate late once Kai gets contact.
It's unlikely they Molotov him out, but there is one available, and never mind, he actually just gives the frag away. Inns was ready, quick reaction, puts it all onto Kai. Tugged on that mini pit. We need a multi here, Kai. What have you got? Nothing. Thanks to Inns. Quick clear on the Galil. A double kill. Decent. Somehow finds Vexite.
Does that draw you in now to go for this? Remember, those 2 rounds, they've got a little bit more cash to work with. They need more rounds. So this could be one that Art and Decent give a go.
Yeah, okay, there's flashbangs present. Art looks like he's backing away, though.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, they get 2,400 into the next. Even if they lost these guns, they all would have been able to buy. But I guess every round is worth its weight in gold at this moment. So they'll give over the 8th, or it'll be taken from them.
I'll be honest, Chad. I reckon if Zevi does this and kills JKS, that's when the tilt. You know, you said keep a lid on it. That lid is ripped off.
Yeah, for sure. Important kill there from Inns, right? Lukowski gets 1 and even just buys time. The CT setup can rejig and it starts to fall a little bit flat there for FlyQuest, but they do recover. So 2 rounds straight from Fluxo will be responded to. There's 2 more in the half before we get to the break. And that was one of their more battered buys, right? It wasn't full. Had a couple of omissions within the purchases. But, and I can get everything that they desire. Okay. Well, I don't know what that is.
But back in my day, there was a Fnatic smoke.
I don't think it'll be that.
No, not right.
Especially not when Justin's calling it, the player who's going to be in apps.
Interesting, very interesting. He's going to be throwing an early smoke from second mid. You can see the trajectory there on the mini-map. Just an early pressure on towards the A side. They're actually going for an apps walk. Zevi Kai with his forward apps set up as Vexite and Inns are partnered up to ask questions of that sandbag's position.
We got Devil Walk in the green room. That's a position he knows very well. Containing second mid while the rest of your team either works on banana or through the guts is Zevi and Kai. Kai's starting to go looking in boiler now. Sorry, in window, excuse me. Zevi actually starts to peel back. So Kai's in a very strong spot right now. If they do come back up middle, they might not consider this whatsoever.
Hang on, JKS is making his move. And there's no Zevi anymore. Will he?
Clear boiler? I don't think
way.
so. Oh, hello.
And he will. Kai gets 1 tapped side of the head. You're going to be feeling vulnerable on A now, aren't you? You can see Art starting to canter over. The cavalry is on its way. Is the bomb as well, though? He's second guessing it.
I think Inns will sell a B fake, and then they'll try and breach in towards A off the back of that. 35 seconds now. Yeah, Inns was donated some extra util, so he's selling the B fake.
I mean, this is where Zevi has it all to do. The AWP primed and ready, just him. Previously on the B side, he got 2 when isolated and called upon. Uh-oh, they got the info early. He's done very well, but not well enough for 2. Vexite brings him down, and that should be another round.
Okay, they're just going to save again. 9 rounds.
So that mark they reached on Imperial, it wasn't just a flash in the pan. They've done it again. T-side rounds, a boatload of them.
Yeah, it sounds like in the vetoes yesterday, the maps that they played against Legacy and Imperial were not the maps they had expected to play, which bodes very well for best of 3s. Now, I understand this level of competition in stage 1, where you sit and you go, okay, these aren't the best teams in the world. Yeah, but 8 teams have to make it through, and the type of Counter-Strike that FlyQuest are playing right now, they're clearly looking like one of the top dogs. FaZe are looking miserable. Game Legion are having a tough time. I can see Daps walking into the building right now. He's a man who we can all see a bit of ourselves in. NRG in the 2-0 column, going up against M80 next. Now this is the point, if we were doing any other game, we would say surely this is it.
And I'd say, have you met FlyQuest?
I don't think...
and don't call me Shirley.
I don't think even this one can get out of control. Now, if I'm wrong and they end up collapsing, I'll take that. I'll wear that on the chin.
Will you eat a hat?
No, neither a boot. As,
okay.
Our official betting partner.
Last round of the half.
They got everything they need to win a round, Fluxo.
Yeah, and it did work with the double AWP previously.
Okay. There's the glimmer of hope.
And only a glimmer. Art, he is really just not scared. Asbestos boots walking through flames.
HP's overrated.
Yeah. Said no one ever.
Oh, Vexite's donated some back the other way.
Swallows the HE. Good catch, actually. Zevi's opened up the account for Fluxo.
Oh,
On, a little bit too much showing on the edge of the smoke there. Regali catches him. 4 versus 4, maybe 3 versus 3. An important trade provided by Vexite.
well, they know that there was an AWP over towards B as well, so you should be using flashes or boost to push this angle away.
Zevi got caught by the boost previously. I think Art's going to be tucking further back.
Again, you look at the util and you consider the options right now with the executes. There's the flash, there's the peak. 2 smokes. One
Art's
could be-
fiddling with his glasses. Keep your hands on the keyboard, mate.
There's the smoke, CT and Coffins. Art has to play ahead of this.
Yeah, and he will. Vexite, JKS, side by side. Still nothing for Art. And now the flash. That's some diligent counter-strike on display from FlyQuest. 40 seconds left, and they've already got the site. A retake demanded of Fluxo, just to have something to work with into that second half and what could be the final half of this series. Elevated position towards the coffins. He spots out that player. Does remove Vexite. A very tiny pixel displayed, and that's all he needs to remove him. Oh, the Cowsy. He overlooked JKS's possibility, but adjusts quickly. And so a 1 versus 3 for Regali. Goes looking. I think they may have caught wind of his barrel there, so now it's up to Regali. He'll molly kite out, forces him wide, and a headshot provided. Okay, Fluxo, a little something at the end there, trying to cling on to hope that Inferno could be their map. If not, FlyQuest will be the first into stage 2. It's the 2-0 matchup, the first opportunity to lock a team in for stage 2 here in the very first stage of the competition, the culmination of the Counter-Strike year. FlyQuest, Australians, New Zealander, and of course a Romanian sniper. But it does seem to be the blend to break what has been a long break between drinks.
Any form of success at all at majors for the Aussies. You had Renegades back in 2019, made it all the way to the semi-finals in Berlin. Azure and JKS reunited, and they're looking to go from stage 1 to stage 2, something Int hasn't been able to do in 6 asks of trying. This will be the 7th.
And a Crystal would be a huge leap in that direction. Good start. Netic in, Regali, they all hit their shots. Fluxo just run into the meat grinder and have nothing to show for it. Decent in Boiler, maybe he could catch something. Netic seems ready. Okay, missed shot, dancing around that pillar. Somebody come get her. Okay, Vexite sealed the deal. And a quick flick from Netic. Wow, lovely stuff.
4 from 4 in the pistol department. The recipe for success, right? Not just in the best of ones, but in any match of Counter-Strike you play. And FlyQuest continue to look composed, on point, and this team is functioning at a high level right now. You could say this is the best any team has looked so far throughout Stage 1. Some of the bigger names, the favorites, have struggled to look cohesive, fundamentally flawed. Well, the boys right now, they are looking picture bloody perfect. The level of relief I think Inns will feel in a couple rounds' time. You've attended, I think, 7 out of 8 majors since the pandemic, starting back in Stockholm 2021. You've had a bunch of different rosters, been under different orgs, different looks, but sure, a couple of wins. You've even been in those best of threes. You've even been able to pick up maps, but you've never been able to get across the line. Sure, the majors expanded to 32 teams now, but this is breaking the seal. This is showing that you can do it on the biggest of stage, and this is what it's all about.
And you haven't even, you know, necessarily made it look hard or broken a sweat.
It's been comfortable.
Yeah, Vexite's so stubborn with his smoke. He wanted to see full confirmation of commitment, but they're way ahead. Oh, he had 2 on his plate. Only gets the 1. Netic needs to throw out that block smoke and buy time. Cannot afford to go down here. They're running at him. Does well. Look how his Tech 9 falls. They're wrapping him in. Overwhelming, but still composed is Netic. Lovely work. 4 kills in the round.
And that's the force bite dealt with. It's the eco now. 12 feels like a certainty unless Art wants to call another one of those. Mentioned his name a bunch, but one of the other new additions this season is the team moving away from Urcast and bringing in Azza. I don't think there's a question of him being the most successful Aussie in-game leader ever.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a clear correlation.
And I think with what was missing within this team was that leadership figure. You heard from Inns. He did a HLTV interview where he said more like a friend than a leader, something he's trying to work on. Azza dealt with Kassad as a coach. He knows what it's like. Sometimes you need to give people the harsh word. And also, it's the team environment. You're doing it for one another. That's what this is about. Sure, it might feel like a bit of an old school mentality, but that's that's any team sport. As an opener for Vexite. We'll just tally those up, shall we? He was the highest rated player coming into this match. I think he still might be that fact, as he's just been dominating. He's 6-2 in the opening kill department. He's had Art's number throughout.
Dreamy.
At least within the early stages. In this one, it's just a bit of a paddling right now. You deal with the pistols, you get yourself 12, you just 1 more round, 5 more kills as he grabs another through the smoke. Vexite, when he popped onto our screen.
Oh, he's doing it all, mate.
He's meant to be the next hope of Aussie Counter-Strike. It's taken some time for him to really mature into the player you're seeing today. This is his 5th major. For Regali and Netic, only their 2nd both under the FlyQuest banner. So for them, they don't have the same woes, the same stresses as maybe the other two. And for JKS last season, benched by Liquid. Before Melbourne.
Hiss.
Yeah, right? And then obviously he missed the major. Nose put a little bit out of joint. And then turns back to a home team, something that he hasn't been a part of for an awfully long time. So for him, this will be a feel-good moment. He's had to be a bit more of a mentor, right? He used to be the young kid. Well, now he's the big brother. And Art will just waltz on in, go on down. Regali takes that, and it's just 5 more kills. On that little Liquid note, they're in stage 2. Love to get a revenge tour for JKS, going up against some of his old teammates, old...
now you're talking.
Old friends. You know, G2, they're in the Major 2. What about Falcons? Nico and Monacy? You know, tick them off the list.
Okay.
This could be his death note.
Okay, prepare the Grim Reaper graphic.
Yeah.
12-3, folks. FlyQuest. This could be the last round they play in stage 1.
Couple of extra days off.
And this time, Vexite's paid quite the heavy price for his opening exchange. He actually returns the favor to Kai, does it an equivalent with the HE.
He wants to fight.
Look at him go, he's just begging for flashbangs, and it will come through, but Zevi tucks him behind the half wall. The unity of the utility, you can see how great that timing that was. The half wall smoke plumes, you're either in front of the smoke blind, or we've got top banana control.
Catch that. Another hefty nade, 40 damage done. Forcing them back towards A for now.
Okay, and it looks like Decent is going to go searching towards the boiler side, trying to catch anyone daring to probe. Inz was the furthest forward on this A side, but he's just going to be playing on the arch, in front of it rather. Oh, hang on,
Between the wickets.
Didn't find anything there, bit of damage short. Look at the health of Fluxo though.
Yeah, Vexite's also low. Decent walking up short, JKS in sight. Looks like it'll be the A play. Netix joined this fight now.
Bit of friction, JKS gets nothing. It's Regali on the pit side. Does deliver, combination with Netic. Now Fluxo starting to fall. It's just too easy for FlyQuest. Surely this is it. For the first time since 2019, a best of 3 at the major for the Australian core. One single kill away. And of course it's probably feels that way for the Australians watching, as 13-3 is locked in.
The boys fly into stage 2. The quest begins now, but for Inz, this one's gonna feel damn good. He's been here many, many times before, but to finally find some success, to break through, to make light work of your opponent in the 2-0 match, no stress today. That is a massive win, and the smiles tell the story as it takes that coaching role and they start to look like a team.
Testing, testing. There we go, it worked. That is a good sign to have. FlyQuest have finally done it, and Inz, you have broken the curse. This was a long time coming, a lot of near misses, a lot of opportunities. Just tell me now, how does it feel?
Feels good. Obviously, been a rough 2 majors in a row, or 2 or 3. So I'm proud of the boys. It's been a tough road, but we're looking to go further.
You seem very calm, despite obviously being able to break this curse in here. This game looked incredibly easy for you guys. Why was it that dominant?
I think we just played with confidence the whole first stage, and we kind of just played with how we practiced, and that was the main thing, focusing on this major.
You are talking about confidence a lot, even in pre-match interview, but can we quantify it? Can you actually explain what confidence means in your term, in your team? Do you notice when people are losing the confidence, they're playing differently, they don't swing as wide? What do you think?
خودمون بریم بشینیم یه دست بزنیم.
after all. Grenade out. Roger that. Gear up. We're going in.
سلام علیکم و رحمت الله و برکاته.
تابلو ایرانی اطلس
میدونم
من یاد اطلس و سهن بودم
Let's give it a try.
بگو داشتم میزنم.
استریمر هم میدونم شاید کلیدم
و علیکم السلام و رحمت الله. علیکم السلام و رحمت الله. اینجا بگم اولین مچ پریمر رو با تو افتادم.
که جدیدم
وان ترین نه حتما رنگ دارم اولین مچ پریمر.
Roger that. Bomb has been planted.
نه
Defusing the bomb. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. We took the piss out of them. Roger. Deploying flashbang. Throwing smoke. Incendiary. Throwing a grenade.
بیه
Bomb has been planted.
بکنم یکی دیگه هم لوه
حالا آی کسکش برمانده
گو اسموک دیفیوز گو
Terrorists win.
نه اینا میشناسند های وایتی یوتیوبری
یوتیوب زیاد سابسکرایبر ندارم در حد 100 خورده ایه
نمیدونم ولی شناختنه
خوبه بذار باشی دیلی داره استریم دیلی داره نمیتونی میکرو بگیری
استریمی؟
آره
Thank you.
Yes, bro.
Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal.
No, I have a delay.
Throwing flashbang smoke.
Oh, apps. بابا این چرا نمیخوره تیرم؟ پشمام. یارو نشسته تر 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 با پیستول داره ما رو میزنه. نایس. اینو نزده بودم، قبلی رو زده بودم. حاجی پارم کرد با پیستول. حتی پینگم بالاه، همش میشه 100 110. نمیدونم چرا امشب اینطوره. سلام کیارش جان، خیلی خوش اومد. چرا آجی؟ چرا؟ واقعا چرا؟ آخه آپارات چی داره من برم آپارات؟ آجی یه مش اسکل میرن آپارات استریم میکنن. آره اپ صدا اومدن 2 3 تا.
Yeah, probably be now. Rotate. Two, sorry.
Oh shit. خیلی بد میاد. پینگشون خیلی خوبه آجی، پینگشون نگاه.
میبینی؟
باشه داداش باشه، کیارشم باشه از نظر لطفت. Hello Marwa, welcome to my stream. You in the game, Marwa? دو تا اپس.
دارم میان آره دارم میان نه
بابا بی خیال
من میگم ایمه بابا نمیشه یه پیک بده
آجی پینگ 6 به قرآن پینگم 6 بود الان جر داده بودم
نه آخه نمیدونی منو چجوری زد کلا از اسموک در اومد ایمش قشنگ رو هدم بود یه دونه تیر زد اصلا کار خاصی دیگه نکرد یه دونه تیر زد
your channel please yes next time yes go my channel in Stream, YouTube. This ID. Search in YouTube.
میبینی؟
حاجی اصلا داره زودتر ما رو میبینه میدونی؟
نه ایمو بول با هم دیگه
Okay. اوه حاجی چی زد ناموسن چیت انگار اینو باید برم مسابقه جهانی
5K تایم پلی داره پسر نه اینا چیت نیستن
حاجی منم 4 خورده ایه نزدیک 5000 ساعته ولی خدایی دیگه اینجوری نمیزنم پینگم خیلی مهمه البته ما ایرانی ها همیشه پینگمون 100
من درجام کلا 300 ساعت تایم پلی دارم
من نه از آخرای 2019 دارم بازی میکنم وسط های 2019 بزنه کامپ دیگه من اومدم دستم گرم شد برم پریمیر میره بی
پت
ایتسه
هست موضوعش داره میاد
وای پشمام نه ریل 3 تا تیر داشتم وای اوف چقدر تو مخیه آجی، چقدر تو مخیه. Boy, push the fire. Behind the fire.
مرسی. Help. I don't know where he is. Never mind. Bomb that up. Throwing fire.
Yes.
The best of the best. We're on. Throwing fire. Lay down smoke. Injury. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Flashbang. Incendiary out. Grenade out.
Amen.
Grenade out.
Be killer. Be killer.
Throwing flashbang.
Maybe Ivy. Ivy, amen. Ivy, amen. عجب.
Please give follow. No, please keep follow. Roger that. What do you want? Let's go. Decoys out. Grenade out.
بمیر لعنتی بمیر وای. پاپ تاک. اوه 1-5 پشمام. عجیبه واقعا عجیبه. پوشه اوه چی بابا چی بابا بیخیال ناموسن حاجی. من اینقدر یعنی نوب شدم اینجوری تک بشم. بده بره بابا افان بده بره. ریدم توی گیم. چی بود خدا وکیلی. میجر شروع شد. اینا یه تیمای دیگه اینا به درد نمیخوره. خب بریم یکم بشینیم اینو ببینیم. یکم اینو ببینیم.
Presence, Sin gonna make it life difficult for Sonic. He actually does take Hexed. Exotic in the clutch and exotic in a grave.
چرا این داست تو رو حذف نمی کنن؟ حالم به هم میخوره از این داست تو.
Of his name throughout this, there's some conversation in the stratosphere around
بچه‌ها
exotic,
ورامو
one
برمی‌دارم،
of
یکم کار
19
دارم.
rookies at this major. And it's not like there's too much experience of major players in the server for either side, right? Bro only played his first with NRG back in Austin. Javi New turned to North America to find the success he would be hoping for.
That's going to feel good for Swisher. Suddenly I'm in like a North American
We're
pub.
in TeamSpeak, okay, well that's nice.
Oh, betting partner.
Alright, well it is a partial. Xbox smoke and door smoke, so diligent stuff. It's going to deny the ability for Slacks to break these smokes and poke on in with the AWP. Is it a mid to be or a short go? That's the question.
عالیه عالی.
Quite quick up short. Lake on the ramp side. Slacks going to play for that first shot. Doesn't hit it. A nice one-lane swing from the Tech 9, but taken down by the Kalash. Lake connects. Lake burning. And M80 fragging. Just as easy as that. Flying through the rounds are M80.
مپای بعدشون چیه؟ واه 183,000 نفر دارن میبینم.
But now the guns will come back.
Yeah, I was going to say, you hope this has legs, right? Because you don't want it to be as quick and easy. Well, maybe you do if you're an M80 fan.
Sure.
The Fluxo series, right? They are going to be having a tough time going forward. When you look at the teams who are in, well, what is the rest of
the 2-1 bucket,
right? It's tough.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any easier. We'll see how favorable the draw is to them. Slacks posted up, might go for a late sweep. Exotic announces the presence of his AWP. That will also liberate Slacks to get a little bit more aggressive. Walking through this. Hello.
Yeah, he's too busy focused on Sui. Don't know if he even caught Sonic.
Sin on the reload. Does Sonic want to waltz on through? Not through that grey screen. So Sin will join Hexed on B. Slacks now reposes to join Lake on A, and Swish still has long. Looks like an A split. Georgian daps out long, the other three through short.
What's nice is that Slacks has arrived just in time to dispatch of the opener. Daps goes looking long. And George is going to suffer a similar fate if he dares try it. He's got to wait for the pressure to be amplified on aim. Right now, they're just staring at the smoke. And look at this from Swisher. He's going to bring the fight forward. George versus Swisher confirms a second body.
50 seconds. They can see reroute on the mid to B right now, but their biggest issue is util. Sonic can smoke it, but that's really all.
Oh, Exotic could AWP it. Lake's actually active on that with an AK. It's smoked. Pressure applied. Bro making the move. Flank from Swisher is quick, but he won't be able to get the backstab immediately. Sin will be under scrutiny here. Set up with Hexed.
Oh.
Down they go.
Oh, wow.
Good flank from Swisher, though, as we discussed. And that's a nice transfer. Catches Bro in the window. Bomb does fall into a Sonic. Falls into the site. Falls in his favor. He's only got 13 points of health. He's poking his nose out the window. Triple kill from Swisher in that round. How does the long player get 3 kills on a mid-to-B go? Very impressive.
You could see that they were forced into it, even though it did look like the right call of the scenario. They identified the CT so that they understood they could isolate those B fights. Swisher's, I say, preference to play within those long doors has come off and paid dividends right there, so well done from him. But since the pistol, there's been no opening kills for NRG. So in the string of 4 since the pistol for M80, it's opening frags a one-way street. We do get a tack timeout, but there's no coach behind NRG because he's in the server. So this will give them an extra 30 seconds to have a conversation about how they want to march forward.
Well, your coach can talk all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that's a real luxury.
It's a buff, I suppose.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Daps has been pulling his weight, you know, up until this point.
For sure.
Up until this point, I mean, we're obviously...
And now he's going to get a kill that we've said that, so that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you wouldn't look at Daps and go, oh, you know, he's struggling more than a normal
He's not a
game
burden,
leader would.
yeah.
You could see, and he even said himself, his aim was a little bit shaky in certain circumstances. He had a couple of weeks lead time of knowing this whole Nitro scenario. Well, Nitro had 9 months lead time, so I guess maybe they had a bit more than that.
Yeah, you probably got the heads up when you opened the calendar and did the maths.
Oh, wait, hold up a second.
Hold your horses.
Oh,
no, they can't get out long. No, and Swishes in the server, sprays them down. Quick, easy, efficient fragging.
He's 9-1 right now. So this one's quick. Also got that B stream going on with the elimination games. I might go in and check in on what's been happening there. Have been laser focused on what we've got on our plate. Game Legion versus Rare Atom has come to its conclusion. I'll let you go find that on your own. And they've got the Huns versus Lin Vision coming up next. And they're just going to punt this one in. No dramas as Hengst will constrict Sonic's movements, gets the final kill, and all 5 staying alive. A dream start for M80. Their map choice.
It was Scout, it was Scout.
Okay, dangerous I will be.
Nice getting the listen in right there. As, we get the highlight of Swish just locking them down at long. But yeah, we got Barrage up next. And that's something that M80 are on. Well, when we passed their game, it became 11 in a row. When they beat Paravision, it became 12 in a row. So they're going to be feeling extremely confident, especially if they pick up map number 1 to just get this done in 2. All right, is there anything that will spur us forward with excitement for NRG in this one?
I just think for NRG's T side, the fact that every time you've tried to venture long, it's just been a complete catastrophe. It started on the pistol, bearing in mind, you know, very long centric. We've seen you walking into the AWP, we've seen you walking into the Swisher spray. Your T side options suddenly feel quite limited.
Yeah, and then establishing a default and getting the short control, you've been given it, but you've lost kills on extremities. So right now, Bro drops out the lurk smoke. Sonic and Daps erupt to grab the short control. So like overseeing business with the late tail piece of this on the AWP. But going through the motions, but already light on nades. They have smoke short. That's going to help them path forward against Slax's AWP. Slax is playing deep long. So Swish and Lake in combination will have to deal with the short plate. George coming to join them now with the bomb, and a well-timed smoke dropped at just sub 50 seconds.
I mean, Slax is so disconnected. He won't be, you know, game helper by the time they're committing.
Are they going, or are they just hoping to keep them in a 3-2 split?
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
They want the mid to be.
Okay.
Oof, jump again.
Yeah, he's got the info. Sin knows he's going to have a lot to do. Exotic picks up Swish. Nice shot from Sonic. Looking like they could buck through. Yep, they broke it in. Broke from the backstab. George has got the bomb through. Slax is all last seen top mid. Exotic got brought down, so a 1v3 quickly becomes a 1v2 for the German sniper. Elects to take the AK for the clutch.
Very winnable.
Making his way forward, he has a single flashbang that could prove useful.
There's lots of time now, but if he doesn't get a wriggle on after this smoke, that's going to slip by quickly.
Just as easy as that. Bro's ready for it, turns the flash. So NRG are on the board. You know, we were talking about the likelihood of this one being a game. A couple more from NRG. And it's game on.
Yeah, check their mic scenario there, Bro pointing that out. But just a sheer lack of kills.
Okay, well, they're going to stand and bang, and it's worked out for them. Hext and Sin open up the account.
I think you rumble now. I don't think you can go.
Sin nearly burned down there, forced to deploy his smoke defensively.
Sonic's got some space.
And if NRG do kind of, you know, find their footing, that's something we'll be saying an awful lot of. Sonic does a lot with low resources. Okay, Flash Slacks off of his search. Sin on that low HP goes looking.
Lake's got nothing to block with.
Here's Sonic. Short side tries to catch Lake. He does tuck into ramp just in time. Geeky Flash could swing with that. Slacks has managed to catch Sonic. 5-on-3, he hears their commitment. Rounding this goose corner, it's going to be weird. Is it Slacks that goes first here? Daps in the meantime, removing one of the B players. A lovely move from Slacks, just jumps up. Drax exotic. Jork is dead too. Slacks has done it on his own here.
Just
Daps, yeah, there's nothing he can do. He knows it. He accepts his fate. Will bring through a rifle. And a 7-1 scoreline. So very brief celebrations for NRG. Straight back to M80.
So Exotic's the only man to bring them openings. One was on the pistol, and then was on the rifle round they converted. Here they lose the opener, and then the round's kind of with it. The fact that they can't catch Sin, who's having to play in his own smoke. This is great from Slacks, though, isn't it? The first one to Sonic, that one was nasty. Third one of the George confirms the round, and oh, okay, well, there is going to be a bit of banter. These teams know each other quite well. Hex once wore that jersey.
Nice lurk, coach.
It's good fun, good banter.
It is good banter.
And Hexter's joining Lake, right? So the two of them in the server, they definitely could lay down the law in that department. The two of them have got big mouths. And Hexter's got bigger output since he's joined this team. I was always a bit like, well, you know, he's mid. But in this team, I feel like he produces a bit more than he has previously, old Hex. Official betting partner. Well, Slacks' AWP has just been a nuisance, hasn't it? He's posted up long, gets Swisher and Pit. Lake aggressive. He's very aggressive.
Yeah, he wants to fight.
Well, at least he did. It wasn't with the W key, but he was leering forward. Backed off now that he's heard the presence. It's a B smoke early from Sonic. They really want to be able to condition long, and you've already brought it up. They haven't been able to get out. And Swish, what a nuisance. Those sound cues go a long way in informing what's on the other side. It's tough when you're playing Dust 2 and you're able to get short control, or you're able to get out the mid to Bs, but you're not converting a lot of rounds. It's like, oh, mate. You normally have to do a lot of work just to get that territory, and then not being able to find the finish off the back of it. So this is feeling miserable. M80, you're running away with things. Lake's playing for mid to B. Slacks is playing ramp. Swish has got long on lock. Hexton Sin still partnered up on B. He's got the flash at the ready. Smoking a couple of mollies. Here's the go.
He got Slacks, a flash to his face. Pops up, does not connect. They've closed the gap. NRG starts strong. Bro with the opening. Lake unable to find anything there. Swisher on the long side. Swisher and Slacks get the job done. It's big from Bro, though. Triple so far. Does enable the plant.
This is the B defenders. They know that.
Sin's quite quick to long side. Bro may be exposed. He's low HP as well, so going to have to cower behind that default box. He selected a good angle for this, though. He can peek on in. Oh, he had the advantage. It's up to Daps.
This is your time, coach.
A coach clutch. An opportunity. Oh, and he times it to perfection. Just one more from Daps. Whoa. Stabilize the aim a little. Just 10 more. Go on. Daps has clutched up.
Damien Steele. Take a bow, son. Second round. You convert after you get into the side. Bro gives you the opener, and it puts a smile on your teammate's face. As Nitro's not here, but remember, yesterday, that's no problem.
Okay, I'm doing Sphere.
And nonchalant about things. That shaky aim on display, but regardless, that's the result he was looking for.
Yeah, that's the most biased casting I've done so far, but I mean, you've got to feel the energy.
We all see a little bit of ourselves in
Oh, 100%, Chad. That was a Machini TV clutch if ever I saw one.
Well, Slacks is getting a little bit more jarring. He's got himself a buffer to play around these mid smokes, but actually still on long.
Ooh, not easy shot to hit. Hex does get away with his life. It's one thing I'll say about Exotic. Watching his gameplay, he definitely does not play scared, regardless of the stakes in this affair. Hello. Ooh, just a leg shot. Look at him go! He's actually got the opener. Sure, Sin trades. But B-side likely weak. Slacks might want to try and tend to that. You can see he's active towards this mid-line, investigating the doors. Just the Chris of the crisscross smokes.
Looks like a B finish. There's still plenty of time to reroute, but with the bomb and upper, Sonic's walking through.
Yeah, that low HP. Bro's just going to be demanded to trade. Bro has to do something. He's been really empty-handed on these B finishes. Even these B starts. Sin. Oh, they're lining up. They're just lining up. He doesn't have any issues. Doesn't see anyone, but gets 2 kills.
Might have to be the save now, boys. Just hold on to these AKs.
Bleak.
You got 30 seconds as well, and Swish has already taken a lot of map control by pushing through long, so you are really in a box right now. You're going to walk into the AWP as Slacks.
So positionally, was the plan there just to play the fade?
Yeah, I think they were hoping to catch them off guard while they were either searching elsewhere or playing a different position. Daps has the AWP bullet whistle by, and now we're just going to be holding on to these guns. So 8-2.
Yeah, it's a bit of a statement from M80 to start off this series. It's NRG's map pick as well.
They are hunting, and this could be after time.
Bro holding onto his AWP on just in time.
I'm surprised the swing didn't come in for the immediate trade there on that set. Like, I am so surprised that who was the other player in T-Spawn there?
I didn't catch it. Oh, you mean for the trade off the bro
why are you
frag?
not swinging immediately? It's the AWP.
He's bolting
What
right
are you
now.
doing? Yeah, look, it doesn't matter. You're winning. I'm just a little bit curious right there. What happened?
What stopped you?
Yeah, well, they're owning them.
Look at this smorgasbord from NRG.
They're getting a long pop, I think. Extinguisher gun.
Yep, okay. Well, Slacks is here and he's ready on the blue bin. He gets one. Swisher as well with the contribution and just, I mean, it's just Groundhog Day for them.
Shut down, denied.
Every time you go long, you end up losing the bomb, no less, as well. Hence the spam. They want to make retrieval of that as difficult as possible, but already, I mean, the round has just begun, but NRG are walking with a limp, a peg leg.
.21 kills between them right now. Bro with the most, Daps with a clutch. Exotic with a couple of openers. But a 3v5, and he's out mid. M80 are playing this by the book. We've got 2-man advantage. We don't need to overstep. We don't need to fight. If you're deaf and you're sitting in that chair, you're going, yeah, you're just nodding along. You're nodding, you're happy. You know, everyone's getting a gold star today.
And Swisher keeps saying, still got bomb.
Yeah.
Still got bomb.
Problem is a lot of these rounds felt like they've been over in the first 25 seconds. So now with 40 seconds left, they will just peter on in and get taken out one by one. It's ugly. Lake will find the trade, and now Exotic looking for the save. Surely take it away from him this time, lads. Dink and dead. There you have it. Okay, 92. Another drubbing on the cards right now. Schedule fans can't believe it.
This is outrageous.
Ah, rapid. Just going to go down and explore the 2-1 bucket of how it currently stands, because that's where the loser of this series will be falling. Fluxo, Legacy, Bait, NIP, Fnatic, and the loser of this. It's been a rough showing for the European team so far at stage 1 of the Starlet Budapest Major. Let's hope that they can pick up their socks. Final round forced by. In through lower. Lake looking to take a fight. Sin's close mid doors as well, so if it is crisscross into mid to B, they are perfectly poised for this.
Oh, free headshot, Sin does well. Exotic does better. Nice trade, but that's not what you want to be seeing. Leave him alone. He's on your team. Puts down Exotic. Lake's on the very edge of that smoke. Maybe George can get funky with it. Yeah, this is inspired. However, Lake's kind of ahead of the play now.
Yeah, he read him. Now you're coming through the grey screen.
Just too easy, isn't it? George looking the wrong way. Shaping up nicely. Just looks like double digits on the half. NRG picking this map, and it does seem to be more than comfortable for M80. A Sonic 1v2.
Hasn't had his moment yet.
Something to celebrate. Next and Slacks are partnered up. Feels
bullets.
like guaranteed trade potential unless he hits that instantaneous headshot on the first. And not even considering this warp. Yeah, back is turned, and M80, they find 10 already. NRG's territory, and they've only got 2 rounds to boast. Is this where that Cinderella story starts getting brought back to reality? We'll find out after the break.
Tough map, 1 kill to his name, and he put a bullet in the back of Exotic's head towards the tail end there. So the dots are not connecting in the way that he would hope, as Exotic has been looking sharp. Had some really nice AWP shots over on that first half. Hoping to do the same now, but right now this setup, Bro, George, and Sonic close by. So if it is a B play, which with Lake and Swisher rotating back over, it very much looks that way. So Sin will line up the smoke for the doors, then there'll be an entry flash, and they'll palm on in, see if they can flood the site. Oh, unfortunately, Bro's just left. George, this is on you, mate.
I think Bro's going to start being pulled back to the site.
Have to play through window. Oh, it's ahead of doors.
Nice shot, George does find Lake. Support required. Flooding in, good catch from Swish, long range. Bro still trapped outside of the site, concedes the space. Exotic, ooh, 2 chances. Brief. They don't connect onto the big box player. Shots are connecting from Sonic though. Charges into the site, Swisher hiding and actually evades them for a moment. They're onto the defuse though. Time is of the essence. Okay, NRG start off with a CT round, a necessary pistol converted.
I was on the POV of Slacks then. He got this like just stepped out, 1 tap with the USP into tunnels, but then Sonic does 2 of the same. So very nice shooting from Sonic. We said he hasn't had his moment yet, but there's some impact to help them get back in. This is it, Slacks back, strafes out, takes an Exotic, but Sonic with immediate trades. Great shooting from the South African. And Bro, yeah, I said that he was going to have to play in through window. It was tough for him, but it was about the retake. Him just staying alive with that kit, facilitating that quick old defuse. They're in with the force. A couple of Galils, Scout, and Tech 9s. Exotic plays forward on short. Sonic is jump spotting lower. George will worry about long from A, and Bro and Daps have to lock down this B bomb site. So you've had the first stage of the round go by. There's been no CT aggression, no pushes up mid, nothing into lower tunnels. Now you can start whirring through and take the map control. Here comes Exotic.
Yeah, set up by that flashbang, and he was caught by the lower tunnels. Occupation down. He's not going to be happy with that one. Hex, however, very much will be.
They're crunched on A. No short, no long. Here comes the fight.
It's just George here. Oh, wow. Perfect angle over the top of the smoke. Catches Lake just going for a walk, and George a leg breaker. Seems quite telegraphed as to where he's going to end up. Swisher doesn't want to reveal his position just yet. Let's Hex have a go. Bro, ready for him. Receives.
Should need some help.
Yeah, it's going to be Cinder will replenish the mid-cross smoke. Slack's trying to provide some overwatch from the plateau of Long. He might meet Bro, you know. He's coming in for that long flank. Oh, nice shot. Sonic elevated. He gets a two-piece. Slack's the last of all. Impressive scenes from NRG, at least in just dealing with the force buy.
Yeah, some nice shooting, and that's a confidence builder, right? This is a very tough comeback.
Can you drop one?
سلام یوسف خوبی؟ خوبی؟ نه یه لحظه بسته بودم تصویر رو. خوبی آجی؟ چه خبر؟ نه فکر نمی کنم کپی رایت بخوره. چه خبر ردیفی؟ آجی چه بازی میکنن اینو؟ اصلا کرکوپرم ریخته به خدا. یعنی داشتم با یکی از بچه‌ها اتفاقا داشتم تو این اساس صحبت میکردم. گفتم خدا وکیلی اینا بازی میکنن، ما هم بازی میکنیم.
Actually have a little bit of investment behind it.
They're
not so interested in the pistol. Sure, they're going to help, but there are nades, so they could be smoking off the doors and flashing into B, trying to exploit the coach.
Dabs could get his eeks here. Eagle bullet doesn't connect. He confirms at least a couple. They're not going to be playing too scared either. Goes in for the repeak onto Swisher's Deeg. Bro arrives in support as well. They're struggling to find them. Swisher! What is that? Double D!
شاکرتم عزیز دلم. آجی امشب دیگه فاز گیم نداشتم، گفتم بشیم یکم گزارشگری کنیم. اتفاقا تا همین چند دقیقه پیش دوربین روشن بود، داشتم صحبت میکردم. تو کیک 2-3 نفری بودن. بعد دیگه بستمش یکم داشتم با گوشیم کار میکردم. چه خبر ردیفی آجی؟ هیچ بازی رو نگاه، فقط پشمام ریخته به خدا. نه ببین بحث من نی، فقط بحث اینه که تیم، ببین تیم وقتی هماهنگه اینه، وقتی هماهنگه اینه که داری میبینی. ما چون آنلاین پلی میدیم کنار هم نیستیم، متاسفانه اون هماهنگی رو نداریم. میدونی چی میگم؟ اصلا یه چیز عجیبیه. من میدونی چه استرسی رو اینا حاجی. من خودم 1.6، حالا نه در این حد، خیلی مثلا اگه اینو 100 در نظر بگیریم شاید مال من 20 هم نه. من خودم ایونت مثلا 1.6 برگزار میکردم 10 سال پیش، ولی به خدا بعد چی بهش میگن لایو آنلاین هم میذاشتیم، خیلی جالب بود. تو سایت هم میومدی مثلا لایو رو میدیدی. بعد 1.6 البته آجی. بعد جایزمون مثلا سر چی بود؟ سر ادمینی توی CS. من سرورام شلوغ بود، سرورا پابلیک هم خیلی شلوغ بود اون زمان. اصلا ادمینی میذاشتیم، یه پولی هم حالا به اون تیم برنده میدادیم، یه پولی اون زمان مثلا فکر کن 150-200 تومن اینا مثلا در نظر گرفته بودیم. اون موقع زیاد بود آجی. حکم مثلا دروغ بهت نگم 10 میلیون الان داشت قشنگ. بچه ها خوششون میومد. چقدر هم کلیپ میزدم در این رابطه، در رابطه با ایونت. وقتی تیم فیکس باشه، ما اون موقع مثلا غریبه هم خیلی میومد. وقتی تیم تکمیل باشه به قول معروف، ببین کنار هم اینجوری نشسته باشن، قطعا خیلی بازخورد بهتری میبینی. من خیلی حال میکنم با مسابقات. همون دوره 1.6 هم من ایونت ها رو میدیدم. یه دقیقه ببخشید من حاجی شام نخوردم، جات خالی یه چیز سفارش بدم بخورم تا یه ساعت دیگه فوتبال راستی. عجب فوتبالیه، چلسی و بارسلونا.
Actually finds two on the swing. Swisher was brought low by Bro. And so M80, this one's over before it really begins.
And Sin went for the entry to take the long space. He was hoping to get into fight or get the space. He got the space, but no fight. It's the setup for NRG that wasn't ready for that type of a play, but was serving the purpose for that type of a play.
دیگه چه خبر یوسف؟ خودت چطوری؟ ردیفی؟ حاجی دیشب داشتیم همینو گزارشگری میکردیم، بعد یه بازی دیگه البته، بعد یه 3-4 نفری تو لایو بودن، دروغ نگم. یه پسری بود خیلی چت میداد، اسمش محمد بود. حالا کلیپش زدم، کلیپش تو اکسپلوره، بعد میذارم بیاد برای فالوورا. حاجی بهش گفتم حاجی میبینی این نایف و دستکشا رویاه برای ما ایرانی‌ها. بعد گفت حاجی پول یه دیه یه آدم تو ایران. راست میگه. ببین نایف و دستکشاشون پول یه دیه انسان تو ایران. خیلی حرفه ها. ببین ما چقدر بدبخت شدیم ما ایرانی‌ها که واقعا مثلا یه همچین چیزایی برای ما شده رویا. عشق منی، جات خالی باشه. انشالله تو که ببخشید خیلی بلا نسبت 10 بار میگم بلا نسبت، خیلی اسکولی اگه بیا ایران یوسف. همون جایی که هستی بمون حاجی، پا بده ما بیاییم انشالله یه حالی بکنیم. برو بگی بخواب حاجی، برو بگی بخواب. مثلا بعدش هم خلامصب اضافه وزنم میاره. من جدیدن دیگه نمیخوابم، بعد غذا زود نمیخوابم. هر طور از خودم یه جوری مشغول میکنم. آره خلاصه که چقدر ما ایرانی ها بدبختیم به قرآن. ببین چیا برای ما رویا شده. حالا کلیپش تو اکسپلوره، بعد میزنم بیای ببینی، میزنم برای فالوورها، بذار ببینم تا کجا ویو میخوره. هر جا که دیگه ویوش استاپ شد اونجا میزنم بیاد برای فالوورها. سوسماس داره ها، این چیزا واقعا سوسماس داره.
You're going to have to win a lot of games of Counter-Strike from this point forward if you want to get there.
I mean, Swisher's Deek's already impressed. So I'm not ready to write him out, even if it is very low probability.
یوسف اگه بیای کجا ایران میای؟ کدوم شهر میری؟ من که اهوازم. پا بخور بیای اهواز. من اوکیتم، مثلا جامعه اینا همه چی اوکی، جا خواب اینا نگرانش نباش. واجی من جات خالی سال 1400 بود، 4 سال پیش برج 4-5 بود، رفتیم ترکیه. جات خالی دعوت یه تیمی بودیم، اون زمان فریلنسری کار میکردیم. واجی عاشق دونراش شدم، دونر کباباش. یعنی ببین شبی نبود که من یه دونر نمیزدم اونجا، اصلا پشمام ریخته بود. میکس مرغ و گوشتشو خیلی حال میکردم. بعد خیلی جالب بود یوسف. تهران، حالا زیاد من تهران نمیام حقیقتا، ولی اگه تو پات خور رسید رواز، خوزستان کلا هر جای خوزستان هم اومدیم من میام دنبالت. مکرتم هست باجی دونر گوشتاش، میکس گوشت و مرغشو من عجیب حال میکردم خدایی. ببین بعد اینو بهت بگم، هر جای استانبول بودیم، هر جای استانبول ما تست کردیم اینو، یکی از یکی خوشمزه تر بود. یعنی اصلا یه چیز عجیبی بود. انشالله زنده باشه مادرت. میگم اگه پات خورد سمت ایورا گذرت خورد، ما میگم جا اینا هست، خونه هست، نگران جا نباش تو اهواز. البته هر جای ایران هم باشی ما میتونیم با یه تلفن برای جا اوکی کنیم، خیالت راحت. خدا رو شکر خیلی دوست داریم این برابر. آره خلاصه من ولی تو ایران خوردم، دروغ بهت نگم، حال نکرد. اون چیزی که اونجا میدادن اصلا یه چیز دیگه ای بود. آره اینو اتفاقا شنیدم، اینو یکی از بچه‌ها بهم میگفت که ریختن اونورا فلان، یه هم چیزایی گفتن. خلاصه جالب بود. من میگم مثلا اسکندر کبابش معروفه دیگه، خوردیم واقعیتش حال نکردم، چرا دروغ بگم، از یه جا معروفش هم خوردیم، تو خیابون استقلال بود، اینطور شلوغ، واقعیتش من حال نکردم. من نوکرتم داداش، قدم این دوست سر ماه، نوکرتم، هر وقت گذرت خورد، حتی دوستی آشنایی چیزی هم داشتیم برای خواستی تو دایرکت برات شمارمو میذارم بده، مشکلی نیست، جا اینا همه چی اوکی، خیال راحت. ما عوازی اینجوریم، دوستمونم دوستمونه. M80 که الان داریم بازیشو میبینیم، اصلا نمیدونم چجوری دارن میان بالا، اصلا تیم روبروشون خیلی نوبه. جمع تا اینجا حاجی خیلی راهه. او برای بوشهره ولی خب آره مثلا جنوب محسوب میشن، میدونی ما جنوب غربیم، ما خوزستان اهواز اینا جنوب غرب محسوب میشه، اونا مثلا بوشهر بندرعباس جنوبن، مثلا همه به اسم جنوب میشناسنشون، ولی واقعا راه تا اینجا خدایی. عشق منی نوکرتم سالاری. خلاصه میگم اگر کاری داشتیم برا حتما بهم اطلاع بده. نسخ سیگارم خواهم این بازی تموم شه برم یه نخ سیگار بزنم. ما نوکرتونیم حاجی دیگه، بزرگ شده اینجاییم دیگه. ببین من خودم اصالتا ترک قشقایی ام، خب سمتا گشت سالان شیراز، ولی خب بزرگ شده اهوازم حاجی. وقتی اینجا بزرگ میشی اصلا ناخودآگاه خونگرمی میاد تو، به قول معروف تو خونت، اینجوریه واقعا، اینو جدی دارم میگم، حرفم نمیزنیم، به عمل نشونت میدم. هر وقت خواستی میگم بهت گفتم، حتی دوستتم اومد اهواز به من کافیه تلفن بزنی، من نوکرتونم. Hey Marva, how are you? این تو کیک اومده کشتمون، میاد تبلیغ چیز میکنه، این مارواه تبلیغ بنر میکنه، یعنی بیا برات بنر بزنم بزنی تو کیک و یوتیوب. اسکل خب من یوتیوب هم خودش اصلا کیکو زیاد اهمیت نمیدم، همینجور حالت رندوم میرم تو کیک. عشق منی سلطانی یوسف جان چاکرتی. بازی بدی نبود، ولی به نظرم بازی قبلی خیلی قشنگتر بود، خیلی باحالتر بود. حاجی من خیلی نسخ سیگارم، با اجازت وبو ببندم برم، حتی لایو بازه، برم یه اسموکی بزنم و بیام، اینجوری نمیشه. عشق من یوسف، حالا حال کردی بمون، اگرم میدونی خسته ای برو بگیر لالا، ما نوکرتیم. خلاصه شفاز یه قد چیز میزنن، علامت تعجب دراپ میزنن اینا جالبه. من از قدیم یادم به اینو میزدی مثلا یه چیزایی میداد، بذار ما هم بزنیم یه چیزی تست کنیم ببینیم چی میده بهمون. آره لایو وازه، حالا خاصی بمون، یه اسموک میزنم یه تا بازی بعدی ببینیم چیه، چون یه ساعت دیگه هم فوتباله، میخوام بشینم فوتبال رو ببینم، چلسی و بارسلونا جالبه. احتمالا گیم نزنم، همینجوری بذارمش رو لایو چیز. عشق منی رو لبات. برو راحت باش. چیزی به اون میده. تایم داره. خب رو ببندیم. یوسف میام حالا انشالله زود میام.
Already.
The first game we started insane, went 10-2 on the CT. We gave them the chance to go 12-11. I think important is that we took it home at the end.
Being able to represent NA as the one of 3 NA teams is something we're grateful for.
We messed up everyone's pick'ems and it feels great. We're here to just play.
There's a foundation and then there's a way that you can play Counter-Strike so that you consistently are good.
for me personally, definitely playing with more confidence, and I think my teammates are as well.
Everybody knows the calendar, so we're gonna have extra energy from everybody coming up and combine it with the stage. It's not granted to play in front of the stage. We are very composed, but very hyped if things go good, so that's helping us a lot to keep the energy up and be focused on the game.
I would say our game plan was really just not overthink anything and play how we know how to play.
The Germans, they definitely helped with like a little bit of everything, like game sense, being fast, taking accountability. I feel like a lot of NA players don't take accountability.
Every mistake matters so much more. We're just trying to keep it simple.
I want to be the best team in the world. I'm not happy with just qualifying the major. I want to be making stage 3. I want to be making playoffs.
It just feels great to start great because it just gives you so much confidence.
This is the fucking time.
Anybody can beat anyone. That's why the storylines of majors are so special, and that's why it's the best tournament of the year.
It'll be fun, for sure. They're playing us to win. I think they'll feel the pressure more. Also knowing that our coach is kind of fragging out, so.
Whether they cheer for us, whether they cheer for the enemy, we're gonna be absorbing all this energy from the fans. This energy, everybody gets like leveled up. We have some hype men in our team too, so I think they especially will gain a lot from it.
I love this game, and I love everything about it. It's just insane.
Playing with the coach, the expectations aren't very high, so we definitely have leverage in that way.
If you don't run Mirage, you see what happens.
I think today's going to be a good day.
It's winner take all, and nothing else kind of matters in the year.
Hopefully you guys have practiced a little bit.
There's going to be no mercy. We're going to leave it all in the server.
Dabs is coming for you.
You're watching the start out of Budapest Major, and of course it's NRG up against M80. M80 has just taken NRG's map pick, and I love during the break that you heard Swisher from M80 talk about how important it is saying being one of 3 NA teams here at the Major is such a big deal. But boy, you're one map away from being one of those NA teams in stage 2, and he's doing all the work to make sure they can get there.
Yeah, I mean, I love M80 as a team, just the vibe that they bring out, the energy they bring, and they're just so hyped. And every single player on that roster can have X Factor, can have impact, and I think they're very, very even. But also, if you look from this game, NRG versus M80, I would argue that we almost have an individual to individual. M80 wins across the board.
And they definitely proved that in this one. I mean, I feel like every single M80 counterpart looks superior to the NRG mirror match on the other side of things. I feel like M80 just turned on a switch this season. I feel like it was kind of a little bit of a move with trepidation when they decided to get rid of Rek, who I always thought was very reliable, to switch it on with Hex. But they have way more energy now. The communication looks a lot more polished. They're playing off of each other in better ways. I think the mid-rounding's even improved too. So many aspects of their game leveled up in ways that I don't know if Hex directly contributed to that, but having one extra voice definitely seems to give this team a huge bolster.
But it feels like Hex has contributed to that. I mean, he struggled when he joined in the early beginnings, where he couldn't really find his impact, find his role as well. But now that he's settled in and actually contributing in the fragging department as well, they just look like a powerhouse for NA right now.
I'm not going to let you guys get away with this so easily. You spoke about the player-to-player comparisons.
Yes.
Give us some examples. Walk us through.
Well, obviously we have Sonic v. What's the counterpoint? Lake. I think Lake has just been really just shredding everybody in this stage 1. I mean, there was one where we maybe said that there's a possible toss-up, and that would definitely be the op v op matchup. I think Slax has proven over the course of the season, maybe the year even, he's a more stable force. But for Exotic, he's got a lot more potential in my eyes. But I mean, you go IGL v IGL. I'm taking Sin over Daps today, even though Daps has kind of surprised me pleasantly. And I feel like the supporting cast with George and Bro, with Hex and Swisher versus George and Bro. Today, I'm easily taking Swisher and Hex.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Fair point. Obviously, let's talk about what we had a chance to see with Swisher and what he was doing. Because this is a player that a couple of months ago, Maui, I was in agreement with a lot of people who were saying, oh, maybe his time here is done. He has leveled up so much in the last few months to get to this point.
there was a real case that it actually should have been Swisher out the door instead of Rec in the offseason, but then they decided to stick with Swisher, and I mean, he has totally leveled up his individual mechanical ability. Some of these, and I love that in the green room, just I think Devilwalk pointed out the fact that he goes anti-flash, gets the spray. This is a moment where Swisher of 3 months ago does not hit that. No shame to the guy. I played with Swisher actually back in 2020-21. We were teammates, and I wasn't seeing that. And even earlier this year, I wasn't seeing that. So whatever happened in terms of, because he talked about the Germans making sure that everybody took accountability, I think they just said, Swisher, get in the damn DMs. And he has been thriving at this event so far because of it.
Yeah, and I think moving on to the next map of Mirage, we're going to see even more of this supporting cast. I think I love M80, what they do. Hexed on the B side, you've got to be aware for the B pushes. But they're not scared to throw extra men towards that kind of, gambling on A side in gun rounds, gambling on middle in gun rounds. I think that's what I love about M80. They have kind of the balls to change the outcome of rounds.
We've got a little opportunity to see Swisher one more time on that Deagle. What did you think of this, Maui?
I mean, it was just sublime. I feel like that's the word I'm using to describe Swisher. Sublime Swisher this whole event. I mean, beyond that though, just kind of talking about the importance of having a guy that's looking this sharp. I mean, when we do transition into Mirage, his reads against Bait yesterday on Mirage, lurking out Palace, were just perfect. He was walking through smokes, catching people in the side of their heads. As soon as anybody on the map in middle, say it's Lake, say it's Sin, are creating any semblance of a distraction, and he knows that a support flash is being thrown over from the guy playing around triple, Swisher just immediately swings, calls him out. He called out, I'm pretty sure he called out James also at one point too. I mean, there were just some really, really surprising moments with how dialed in Swisher has been at this event. I think he's really, there's a few X-Factor players for their team, but I think Swisher, Hex on the extremities both have opportunities to pop off.
Yeah.
Does NRG have a mountain to climb if they want to try and equalize this series?
I think so, but if anything is going to get them to that point where they have a chance on the second map, they need Exotic to kind of get to the peak of his performances to really carry this team. Like we saw him against, FaZe, for example. We saw him against NIP, where he absolutely demolished on the server, got them entries, got their support riflers more space to kind of work with. So a lot of weight is on his shoulders. I would also look, towards Sonic. He needs to be fragging out, he needs to be vocal in his team, and he needs everyone to be sharp.
And the one saving grace for NRG going into Mirage is that their mid-defensive trio hasn't been disrupted by the fact that Daps is standing in. He's going to be likely just towards the B-bomb side, playing the anchor, and then you still got Bro, Sonic, Exotic, all three of them just going to be still that trifecta for trying to stop the Lake Sin push towards middle. And we know that M80, they love getting mid-control. Like, they love trying to get Lake into window, trying to get Sin up corner, up the short side. So a lot of the plays from M80 are going to meet face-to-face with the NRG core, the fragging core. The problem is, M80 are on a 12-map win streak on Mirage right now. Like, it's been unbelievable to see the consistency that they have found by, in my opinion, just kind of modernizing that sort of Navi default approach that so many teams have tried copying and pasting from last year.
Not only are they on the win streak, on the other side, we have to remind everyone at home, NRG is playing with their coach.
Yeah.
This may be the moment where they finally feel that.
Yeah, I think the surprise factor is over a little bit for NRG. They came into the early games of day one, and a lot of people just maybe were overconfident going into an NRG matchup. Well, now M80, they're not letting their guard down. They're playing, full out, and I think that is a little bit of the problem for NRG. So yeah, I have M80 kind of highly favorites to take this 2-0.
I think all three of us are kind of sitting on that side of the fence now, right?
Without a doubt. NRG on day one looked like, and obviously they're not a dead team, but it looked like a dead team buff team. I mean, the way that Daps was making live reads, walking through the smokes of opponents, or even their own smokes, I don't think that he was able to get away with nearly as many tricks in the first map. So map 2, I think M80 are going to clean him up.
Let's see if you're right, Maui. We're going into game.
Yes, indeed. We are flying into our second and potentially final map of the day. Little bit of a mirage, Chad. M80, this is their pick, and their pick for good reason.
Yeah, discussing the, 12 in a row, looking for 13, and they beat NRG on this when they had Nitro. So I think there shouldn't be too many issues with Daps. We'll see where this pistol goes, and then we'll get into a little bit more of the nitty-gritty. 3 to 1 speed, Sonic hammering through mid, and George A, and, well, unfortunately for George, they're all coming his way.
Yeah. I mean, George is in close proximity to the jungle.
اوه
Where's his Jane?
اسکل چرا اینجوری پیک داد پشتشو کرد
Alright, well the retake is on. Daps has a kit, has a smoke and a flash. Just need to break through ticket. If they can get to the bomb, they can get the smoke on it, there's always a chance.
Where's that HE going, bro? Behind default. Would be nice.
Flash and defuse.
Hang on. He's on. They gets the nice backstab.
GG بابا
Just
GG
gonna beat her out.
اوه اوه سونیک
Gets a couple of kills, stops it from being a completely clean sheet, but yeah, that's perhaps a sign of
سونیک لاشی چی زد با
Yeah, 2 out of 3 pistols
دو
for them so
کلته
far, and I think this half will just be about going through the motions, right? Obviously locked and loaded, wanting to get back to stage 2, that's where they found themselves M80 last major. This time starting at stage 1, having to go through the motions of the best Swiss stage.
آیسا
But I'll be honest, based off of the performance I'd seen from M80 throughout this year, it wasn't the same ones who were highlighting last year with Malbs and then late coming in, right? They were EPL merchants. They haven't really delivered the same level of punch.
Oh.
If you were coming into stage 1, I think
راند یک جالب بود
your phases, the late
اگه بازی جالبی نبود خودمون دیگه میریم یه دست گیم میزنیم تا فوتبال بارسلونا چلسی تقریبا یه ساعت داریم 50 دقیقه داریم
2-0 games. So right now, the path of least resistance. You want to get from point A to point B as quick as possible. Well, it's a straight line and looking to get it done in straight sets. M80 have a technical timeout. So, all right, well, we'll slow things down.
تایمات چیه؟
Trying to see if I can get any sort of indication if it might be an audio or...
Well, we can't really see the other end. It's quite far away. On this end, it looks all right. Blake's playing with his hair.
Everyone looks
Sid's
happy.
doing the same. Swish is looking right, he's looking left.
That's the hard-hitting analysis I've been looking for, Chad.
Thank you.
Exotic is warming his hands with a hand warmer.
Okay.
That's the play-by-play.
چیکار میکنن؟
Def is playing knee drums.
فرست تایم چیه؟
Terminology.
تایموته
It's interesting as well, you'll notice that not everyone is implementing the optional neck pillow.
Oh, okay.
It is an option, magnetic, removable.
Well, that does make placement quite convenient.
It's a joy. You know, you want to go diagonal, you want to go for a cheeky vertical. You
React, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
there's good options.
Don't know if the sponsor would be happy with that, but you could.
Well, Slacks has got his on. It's skew if.
Just the
Lakes
right
looks very straight. Exotics is straight too. Sonic, as we can see, not using one. And him and Bro. Oh, what can he see? They're playing I Spy. They can't talk. I don't know if anybody knows that. Maybe you should. During the technical timeout, you can't utter a word, unfortunately. Well, or fortunately, for integrity's sake.
Sip of your drink, though.
Integrity Farms. All right.
Okay, looks like it was Bro related.
Well, I think maybe he wants something. Maybe he wants a beverage.
Perhaps, yeah.
Maybe he wants a hand warmer.
And here's proof they're not talking.
Yeah. Silence. We can hear clicks. We can hear keys. Oh, we can see them moving around the server.
Yeah, the server restarted, so that might have at least an indication that the delay is being resolved.
I'm just having a look right now over on the B stream, that is with Jason Mositzel and Adam Tinko Hawthorne. We are seeing the likes of the Huns taking on Lin Vision in a 0-2 game.
I don't know what happened to Lin Vision. I don't know where my expectations were warped, but
they lost the source.
They've lost the source completely. The source is gone. It's not even in the bottle anymore.
Same as Sonic, he's taking his headset off.
Okay, well this isn't.
That's right. We're not talking about buys or anything like that, so it's all good. But you're right. It isn't a promising sign. If let's think about this. Zaka to Tyloo.
I mean, Zaka is the Chinese code.
As I've been claiming.
That's yours.
Zaka the title and places G. We love G, he loves ice cream. G could
Chikar
turn the
mikone?
mascot.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
the sixth man.
Yeah.
Right?
Motivational
You can do all
speaker.
that. Yeah, you get Zaka, he joins, he orbs.
Mm-hmm.
Now we probably need to do something about attack.
Probably need to do something about Attacker. What about...
Yep.
Let me just go through all the European free agents. I have a list in my head.
Okay.
You get one of them.
Okay, well that was great. Really good suggestion.
Thank you.
Zontix?
Oh.
He's big in China.
He is big in China.
They love him in China.
They do love him in
It
China.
would be the perfect fit. I don't know if he wants to learn Mandarin.
I don't know, man. I think Zontix and Magic's to Spirit is my call.
Okay, wow. All right, wait till you see Spirit this time. You know, time is what teams need, Alex. And I think Spirit will have had enough of it by the time they rock up here.
Oh, yeah?
They're, in my mind, the fourth string team.
Yeah. So that goes, what, Vitality?
So if we go power
Falcon,
rankings.
Furia. Well, yeah, power rankings, it would be what? Furia, Vitality,
Falcons,
Mouse, and then Spirit.
But you know how I feel about Mouse, so that's why.
Spirit.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait, we are in Torji's homeland, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. I see a Torji. He's just put he's shown his Mouse jersey. Oh, dear. I apologize profusely.
But she should.
Getting everything sorted, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, we do have 10 players back in the server, which is a very
promising
sign.
The game state has been restored to as it was after the pistol victory.
It's a good job that's not brown noise.
True.
Then we'd have an even longer technical pause.
Just a bit of hum.
Just
like
a
your
hum.
fridge late at night. Like where that noise is coming from.
Have you seen those
Here we go.
videos of, like, you know, when you're the nap at your grandma's house? And it's always like she had a loud clock.
Sure.
Loud clock, hum of fridge.
Yeah.
And you'd always sleep fantastically, but there was always just a
ambient noise.
menagerie of
you need to know something's going on.
variety of noises.
You don't want to hear your heartbeat or anything crazy.
No, thank you.
Shucks. It's still up. We just got booted. So they're resetting something. They're rejigging.
Okay, I'm going to see if there's a single player that's not moving. Hex is moving now. We do have a stationary lake. Could that... Daps is not moving. That's...
Yeah, but Daps is conserving energy.
No, you're right, yeah.
Daps is conserving a lot of energy. That's good water right there. Stay hydrated. Oh, I believe they got their bags, NRG. So that's why they weren't wearing their jerseys. That's why they had Starlighter shirts on the media day, and then they had like this weird like mix of jerseys.
Of like whatever
yesterday.
they could find.
But that's it. They were more ragtag. Now they're too uniform.
Yeah.
Right? You have to just be thrown together.
I mean, do you suspect that, like, you know, the desk sentiment of NRG kind of no longer being underestimated, combined with them being so tantalizingly close that you don't have that no pressure kind of
من این وسط میتونستم برم یه نخ سیگار بکشم بیرون.
Stuff yesterday from NIP and FaZe.
It was.
What are we watching?
I don't know. It has me kind of, you know, feeling a certain type of way. Yeah. It's like, this is the major, boys. You know, we've got favorites and they're falling. We've got... I mean, I feel like the major always has those underdog
Of course, best of ones, you can have the upsets, but it feels like this one, right, all of the European teams have had a real tough go of things. Not a single European team was in a 2-0 game. Right, that's crazy,
FlyQuest
right?
are the first team into stage 2.
You have Australians, Brazilians, and then 2 North Americans. Sure, they have imports, but they still are from the North America, or from the Americas region, excuse me. So Europe is just in a tough spot. And if you take a look, in the 2-1 bucket, you've got 2 Brazilian teams. You've got 3 European, and there'll be 1 American, so North American of one of these 2. And then the 1-2, you've got, what do we got? 2 more Brazilians, 3 Europeans, and it'll be 1 Asian because it'll either be Lin Vision or the Huns. So Europe down in the dumps right now. And I know the better European teams are in stage 2 and stage 3, but still, you expect the caliber of Counter-Strike to be higher. And you can chalk a lot of that up to BO1s in a way, but if you look at the quality of Counter-Strike, right, it's just that they haven't even looked like they've had their heads screwed on straight. So, you know, I could say, oh, you know, they lost both pistols in a clutch and they lost the game. No, it's like they haven't even put the crosshairs in the right directions. They haven't been playing team-based CS, and that's a little bit confusing.
However, you know, you talked about the Ninjas in Pajamas and their underperformance. It does look like they kind of bounced back a bit today, right? Like that win versus NIP, 13-8 on Overpass. I think that was that was necessary as far as to regaining some confidence.
Against FaZe?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and
You
for
needed
FaZe,
that.
it's the complete opposite.
Oh, and
isn't it?
absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that right now. I mean, you need to look no further than for the community sentiment after during a FaZe game. Just go look at any of the forums, your Reddits, your HLTVs. It's they're not pulling any punches. But that's because the expectations are so high.
چند دقیقه است مگه تچ باز؟
Yeah, let's open it up.
Let me have a look. Who's owner watching? Owner's watching us. All right, let's take questions from owner's Twitch chat.
Okay.
Let's take over. Oh, he's watching videos. So maybe he can hear us behind the videos. But we'll take over his chat. We'll co-opt it.
Yeah.
And we will start taking questions. Any question?
چه فازیه انقدر طول میکشه؟ چیکار دارن میکنن؟
Can you hear us?
Still nothing. Okay. They're all typing and spamming. He must have us on mute, which is fair enough. I'd have us muted too.
Yeah.
I'll give him a couple more seconds and then I'll move to other different streaming platforms and chat options.
So we did lose our first team today, Chad.
Yeah, we did. Rare Atom.
Yeah, the Rare Atom boys.
Stuff.
I want to look at their results. As far as, like, did they get close to a game? Okay, okay, 13-11 is a game versus Imperial, and that Gamer Legion best of 3. How much was that? Okay.
Some people are typing in owner's chat talking to us. Someone said hello, Sponge.
Okay, we're starting.
That is Liam G.
چیکار میکنن؟
I know Liam G.
He's always watching virtual.
Willie Vara's in there too.
یه مربیه
Videos and stuff. So
ناموسن نگاش کن.
he's watching. We're watching him watching us.
Yeah.
In a
از
way.
اون
Yeah.
فرنگشایی که میذاشن بهتری بود.
He's watching another dude.
Talk about some dudes.
Pretending to be some other dude.
All right, I think he's getting it now. It feels. Oh no, he's watching badminton videos. Okay, well we've given him a chance. We gave him a chance, and that's all we can really do, right? I think I gave him more chances than he probably deserved, right there. So we're going to move off of him, and we're going to move to people who, want to take part in what's going on right now. So give me a moment.
چیپس بخوریم.
I mean, there was a couple of them.
Was it directed to us though?
Not directly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what we've got. We've got FaZe disband for real.
Okay. Well, that is probably made by someone. Is it by Latvian loser?
Just
Okay, we like those. We're in regular chat now. What's going on here?
چیکار میکنن اینا؟
How's your pick'em looking, Chad?
وای چه فازیه؟
3-0.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, that's true. You actually are like.
I'm one of very few.
We need 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're in a good spot.
I am in the worst spot.
Well, if the Huns get eliminated, I'll get 2 for the day.
کیبورد نگاه.
Well, they're on a ride, I think.
I had FaZe going through. I had Lin Vision going through. What was I thinking?
همه چیزشون برای ما رویاه. همه چیزشون. کیبورد، موس، صورت.
We're like, what's that website? Fiverr.
Cameo.
No, that's the one.
I'm in.
Yeah.
100%.
How much do you need to wish happy birthdays?
Nothing.
حاجی همه چیزشون
I'll make sure you get that.
حاجی همه چیزشون برای ما رویاست. نگاه دوربین، هدست، کیبورد، موس، صورت. واقعی چی بود خدا وکیلی.
I can't hear Flom, but I can read his chat.
ای خدا.
Heading over to Flom's chat. Def standing up now. Got a cup in his hand. Pretty good. Okay, now we're in. We're in Flom's chat. Lots of people saying nasty things to Flom.
Oh, that's kind of their thing.
That's their thing. It's like the Apex thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Freakazoid's birthday today. Oh, it's also Slax's birthday.
Oh.
Was it Freakazoid's birthday yesterday?
So everyone's just having a birthday.
It's Slax's birthday, everybody. It was Tacitus's birthday as well from the coach of Fluxo. He didn't have the best time, but Slax is having a pretty good time.
He certainly is.
It is Freakazoid's birthday. He's turned 33.
What's going on with everyone just having a birthday?
I don't know. They come around once a year.
It's mad.
Kassad doesn't like celebrating them.
No. but he doesn't like much.
It's okay to be grumpy. Slacks has turned 27 today. Alex, he was born in 1998.
حاجی همه چیزشون
Okay, a 90s baby.
حاجی همه چیزشون برای ما رویاست. نگاه دوربین، هدست، کیبورد، موس، صورت. آقای چی بود خدا وکیلی. چرا قطع شد؟ چرا قطع شد؟ دو فیلتر شکن.
Be zooming around the city on a hoverboard.
Sure, it does feel dangerous though, doesn't it? And then,
No, because I feel like I'd be pretty good with a hover dynamic.
I've seen you on a scooter
Yeah,
before,
alright.
you know, right? And that
Okay.
was Star.
حاجی همه چیزشون برای ما ایرانی. حاجی همه چیزشون برای ما ایرانی ها رویاست. موس، کیبورد، دوربین،
Do you think we'll go to hospital this time?
هدست، صورت، عینک. وای چی خدا وکیلی.
Heart attack. So if he gets me in there, it could be me going to the hospital. Would you come?
Oh, of course.
Okay,
Mate.
all right.
Yeah, I'd be right there. I'd be doing the play-by-play.
Okay, well, and now they've cracked open his ribcage and...
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. What on earth happened?
Oh, it's gotten very graphic.
That's one hell of a sauna.
Someone says we have flying cars. They're called helicopters.
It doesn't have wheels, though, does it?
And those
حاجی همه چیزشون برای ما رویاست برای ما ایرانی ها.
Sure about helicopters. Helicopters kind of
هدست، دوربین، موس، کیبورد، صورت. چیه خدا وکیلی چیه؟ خدای صورت من قشنگتر شه.
True.
when they do
the turbulence.
when the turbulence starts getting
پشمام.
Kind of accepting your fate. We have some pilots who are staying in our hotel.
نگاه صورت.
Just on the balcony at breakfast, just having a cigarette, looking outside. It's like rain.
آقا تو چی داشتی آوردن مسابقات جهانی؟
Yeah, I mean we have the luxury of our job not really being weather dependent, you know?
True.
Like our day isn't determined by whatever the
That could be the next extreme
clouds are
sport.
doing.
Counter-Strike outside.
I think that's been done. Attempted, not necessarily achieved, but
Glare on the screen, the bane
Yeah.
of our existence.
I mean that would be cool. Play some Counter-Strike in the mountains. Set up your Starlink or whatever so you can just game it.
خسته شدیم آجی.
Someone said that their wife works.
چه فازیه قد طول میکشه؟ چیکار دارید میکنید؟
Oh yeah.
بازیشون کنسله فکر کنم.
The response unit.
Yeah, so
to be there
it would be
ASAP.
terrible. You'd be responding to emergencies, I'd imagine. That doesn't sound like a fun job.
Certainly a whole lot more.
I think it'd be rewarding.
Yeah, rewarding than.
Also
sitting
very
around.
grim. How is the caster's flight? Long, uncomfortable. Not long or uncomfortable.
No,
You and I
neither.
flew directly in from London.
Yeah, but the turbulence did give me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies.
You'll need like a 2-hour flight from London.
It was easy,
to
mate.
Budapest. I had no idea. I've never been here before.
No, this is a first for me too. Got plenty of time to explore.
What's going on here? Chev's giving me a new IP. Okay, Chev.
Oh.
Oh, we've changed server. All right.
That's a good.
Thank you, Chev. I won't read you the IP, Alex. I'll send you the IP on
Yeah,
Steam.
probably
Does
for
that
the
sound
best.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well,
سرور به مشکل خورده.
the crowd's still making some noise.
سرور به مشکل خورده احتمالاً الان آی پی سرور عوض شده.
Yeah, but right now we're still live, so that's the difference from yesterday. I pick up
چه
right,
عجب.
FlyQuest 3. Oh, we're underway. Hold up a second.
Wait.
Never mind. Forget about our pick'ems. We're underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your patience. Let's get the. Oh.
Cheeky.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of vision on the edge of the smoke to Sonic. Investing in that Desert Eagle. Has a pot shot.
از این AK خیلی خوشم میاد.
So the conversation ends there as far as the second round is concerned.
حاجی نایف و دستکش رو نگاه کن.
Joining back in, it was a very convincing A take.
حاجی نایف و دستکش رو ببین فقط. پشمام. این دستکش تو ایران پول یه آدمه. به خدا پول یه آدمه. پشمام.
Sorry everybody about the delay, but we are back underway.
نگاه صورت.
If this one has any legs. If you've just been
نگاه اینو.
into the Counter-Strike action, NRG versus
آخه تو چی داشتی آوردنت مثلا مسابقات جهانی؟ نگاه اینو.
stage 1 of the Starlight of Budapest major. Winner of this will go on to stage 2 to join like Australis, Navi, etc. We'll get to that later. Both of these teams
حاجی نایف و دستکشو ببین. پول یه آدم تو ایران.
Not in the conversation. Look at this pace out middle.
Yeah, straight away you see Swish getting towards the chair position.
کجای ما؟
And all 5 as well. So
نه جدی واقعا
when you go for a call like this,
واقعا کجا داریم زندگی میکنیم
if we get the space great, if they want
که این چیزای ساده برای ما رویاه
fantastic little start.
ولی خارج کشور مثلا یه خرید معمولیه
And now they look to repause.
سوسماست
Close towards ramp. Exotic playing from triple/ticket. Bro and Daps marooned on B. That's discussing that Daps is not part of the core fighting for mid. We'll see if they try and exploit him. Would you be playing a block on the jiggles? Is the timing favourable?
Oh, George
Deep
might
smoke,
improve
isn't it?
that. Yeah, how long that takes, and you can get ahead of it as well. Lake opens up onto Sonic from the mid side, and it just falls into place. A lovely pincer maneuver. Exotic just the one. Sin
ایرانه این وضعیت ایرانه
brings him down, and that should be the end of the round. Looks like Bro's a dead man walking. Oh, Clem Lake with the tap.
Well, I know where Daps should be, and he's going to hope to hold on to this. So, a slow start to a non-starter to a...
پشمام.
This one won't even get started. This is looking likely clean conversion.
نگه صورت حاجی من الان پشمام مونده خودم ریختم
I'm going to swing window, and Daps wants to half bind. Get little nuggets of comms there. We'll piece together the rest. Exotic was the player there that, if not correctly traded with good space, he could have had a bit of a hard time, but Hex was happy with the flash work. They jump out, they're going to test the waters of the underpass.
Oh, Sonic could be set for something here. They're put mine down to Molly Mac 10.
Zach's on B, so if they do opt for the beast, there is trouble. George is still down here, he's undetected.
Yeah, that's a real golden opportunity for the backstab, and he squandered it.
Detected now. Exotic adapts a fight. Oh, and they are hitting hard right now. Maui was saying he's been impressed with Swish's form in terms of aim.
Oh, yeah.
Because I agree with the sentiment that I was surprised that it was Rek, the player, to get taken out of the team. I thought that he was doing a decent job in those anchor positions where Swisher maybe left a little bit more to be desired.
این کار من زیاد میکنم وقتی تک به 4 مثلا تک به 5 موندم رای ندارم دیگه
Hex joining the fray.
میگم حداقل یک کیل بگیرم
Extrapolate from this round, but that'll be the next one on the board.
صدا پا داد اینجا
Silly games here. They're playing this one by the book. Not interested in giving Dabs any sort of extra cash.
اوه
Remember they're also on a 12 in a row.
البته یارو سیو بود نه شیلدی نه چیزی نه وضعیت ما تو ایران یه مسابقه سادرم نمیتونیم آنلاین ببینیم بعد انتظار نایف و دستکش داریم کجا رو اسموک داد؟ مثلا از اونجا نمیشه اسموک داد نگو که درست اسموک داد این وضعیت ما تو ایرانه واقعا حتی یه مسابقه سادرم نمیتونیم آنلاین ببینیم بری به کی بگی اینو بعد انتظار نایف و دستکش داریم
Have a kid, they have YouTube, but they're all coming from the same direction, really, aren't they? Daps needs to make a way in through CT, but how's he meant to get through this?
Hex is going to burrow into that smoke here.
Oh my god, look how stifling.
Oh, the fade, nice catch. Exotic covers Daps. Pulls it into a 3 versus 4. And just
پشمام اسیموه اسکین اسنایپر که دیدی اسیموه
taking care of business right now.
اسکین به شدت گرون و قدیمی. نگاه صورت. نگاه صورت. به خدا $1000 هم $1000 چی؟ به خدا $5 هم نمیارزه. تو چجوری اومدی مسابقات؟ اوه. حالا این بچه خوشگل بود خدایی. سفید مفید بود، باحال بود، توپلی بود. بعدم نیومد. اوه نیدو کرد تو. قشنگ. این وضعیت ایرانه. بعد انتظار نایف و دستکش داریم ما. آجی نت به ما بدن بسه. نخواستیم نایف و دستکش CS رو نخواستیم. چقدر بدبختیم ما. چقدر بدبختیم به خدا. توف این داوری.
Aware of the possibility. Slack still top mid with the AWP, but Sin just making sure nobody's pushing A. So they're hoping that there is more CT aggression on the menu to allow things to be drawn back into an equal playing field. And there it is. Curiosity killed Naps.
Crosshair looks like it could be there for Exotic. Same for Bro. Missed shot though. They are committing. Bro's Deagle is connecting. Needs a sack who can't finish his meal. Exotic can. Falling apart for M80 a little. Saved by Hex as a quick 2 comes through. It's Sonic coming in from the short side. A quick swing and a fine. Oh, hang on, a 1v1. Slacks goes down. George delivers. NRG gets something going before it spirals, despite Hex's best efforts.
Okay, well, it'll be a full buy now. They'll be able to get Exotic the AWP. Everyone will be into the guns. Okay, going to set the AWP up for a pick towards A early, but just wants to go for the default. Does Sin. And understandably so, you don't need to do anything too crazy right now with the circumstances at hand. Go through the motions, what you practice, the theory that you discuss. Let's see if Lake's boost for Slacks can catch them here as we got now betting partner.
Oh, right between the two of them. Flash sets him up. Slacks gets away. So that boost they went for not going to work out and pay off.
حالا ایرانی‌ها بودن. فوش ناموس با هم دیگه می‌کشیدن.
Maybe trying to catch timings. Maui highlighting how effective he was at catching that moment of vulnerability on his palace lurks. The rest of his team going to try and sell on or occupy middle here. Window smoke arriving. Keeping it simple.
Try and fight for mid. Sonic's still in con. Bro close short. I thought Exotic was going to start shooting over it. He's just smoked over towards Apps to help out George. The flash is in middle, announcing presence, and the spam confirms it. So with a minute left on the clock, Swish has evacuated Palace. He'll join the rest of the team. And the fact that he's gone over towards B apartments makes it feel like they want to go for a B split, but Exotic is already in market.
Nice little trick there to break just one side of the smoke to
if this is a B split, 2 players on short and 1 in market, this is looking like a very good setup right now for NRG to win their second.
Yeah, a bit of a solid read. Hex coming in from under, might try and clear him out, but Bro gets out of the line of fire. Steps are heard, information relayed. Swisher will have been hearing all of that. Sonic under scrutiny. Hex has opened him up. That might cause a pivot. Lake finds another. Bro goes down. Daps. He's going to get swung on. We'll see the trade from Sin. No, Swish beats him to it. Nope, empty-handed. Exotic unable to get anything going with his AWP.
It's tough because the setup looks so good.
Oh.
They felt like they were in the perfect position to deal with that. Then they backpedaled. They lose the opening.
چه دستکشی.
That forces the setup to rejig.
چه نایفی. کارامبیته.
You don't need me here as well. At that point, it all just falls apart. So George just looking to save back into the winning ways for M80. And they can smell stage 2 now. Not only do they get another whole stage worth of play, as they continue in this fashion, they get a couple of extra days off, right? They get 2 more days off plus the media day. So that's 3 days until they'll have to get back in. More time to acclimatize, more time to practice. And the other factor is you don't have to show too much of your map pool. You've played Mirage 3 times. You've only played one other map, and that was Dust 2.
چقدر ما بدبختیم که همچین نایف دستکشی برامون رویاه.
Because you would imagine if you're going up against opponents in stage 2 and they've gone, okay, these guys have got a Mirage, maybe let's not play them on Mirage.
اسیموف افتاد رو زمین. نگه ای.
Yeah, I think people will just be using that best of 5
سه بیشتر میخوره گوسیلس باشه.
as a understanding of where the other maps lie. It was over in Frankfurt just before
تایم
their
اوت.
arrival here. It was a head-to-head between these two teams.
5 4 3
Reverse
2
sweep.
1
Converted.
Start the match.
It's very reductive and it's hard to put your finger on, and I just kind of boil it down to confidence. And the way you distill that is you're talking about the conviction that players have with their swings, or the trust that they have in their in-game leader's call, and the fact that you're not missing those beats and you're not doubting, you're going with the moment. That makes the big difference, right? So if teams can find confidence early, like FlyQuest will have done, and hopefully M80 will continue to do right now, that could have real ramifications going into the next stage, where there's quite a few names who are already there in question.
I'm curious actually to see what this play is. The fact that Lake's gone for a very quick walk, partners up with Hex towards B. George has gone for a more aggressive CT stance towards middle. And already they're just jumping at him. Oh, brutal! A flying Mac 10 and the B site's theirs. He's gonna molly it? That would be the round. I think they have to save the 7-4. Just as easy as that, M80. Damn, it's just getting better and better the more you see it. You'd think at this point, you know, Mirage, a map that you've not only demonstrated your prowess on, you'd think maybe it gets a bit stale, you know, maybe
تو داری صدا میدی اون دوتا پایین هولدن تو این بز داری و بالا صدا میدی بعد میخوای صداتو نگیرن اسکل پرشت ناموسن ما این کارا رو نمی کنیم که شما میکنید بعد دلت خوش اومده مسابقات جهانی 4 نفر سیف کردن حاجی 4 نفر سیف کردن یارو برش کن نمیگم برش نگاهی صورت ای دوتا فقط دارم پاره میشم پاره میشم سینا این تیم انرژی کلن گوز بارش نیست چیزی که من فهمیدم فقط بلد سیف کنه ابسن همه ابسن نگاه کن فقط راند نگاه رفت یارو تو سایت مرد با فایر مرد خاک تو سرت تو مسابقات با فایر بمیری دیگه اصلا دیگه واقعا گاوی به نظرم تیم انرژی واقعا حقش باخته اصلا چیزی که من دارم میبینم فراتر از باخته اصلا چجوری اومده ما رندوم میریم تو سی اس پلی میدیم رنگ و اینا به خدا تیممون بهتره اینا اسکل پرشت واقعا برام سواله اینا چجوری مثلا میان مثلا مسابقات
and you get that one, and then your short player gets another, and then trade, you've got a conversation, but when you're stuck with a flash in your face, so fire on your feet,
and I can peek or something. We need some like advanced info, like taking her in for like.
به خدا که میبرمتون تک به تک پارتون میکنم.
So much we're maybe getting more juice than we should be, but either way, right? Daps is correct. We need some info towards B. We can't be getting executed on, so you're either jumping through underpass, you're boosting up an AWP on the line, you're boosting up someone to be aggressive. Looks like George wants to find towards like close ramp and balcony as well.
بذاری رانده ببینیم.
We're doing Mouse A.
سلام.
The goal is we didn't quite get there, but I imagine it's to win the round.
Yeah, but I'm more curious about Mason. This
is the knife نگاه.
The round where you pop off, perhaps.
چه نایفی داشت واجی نایف دست که شبین بیش شرف پشمام ریخته به خدا کانکتور با اینو منم میتونستم بزنم. سونیک خیلی خوب پلی میداد. اوه
Cheeky M80 have taken the side. And of course, if you're George, you know, you feel like you've got your pants around your ankles here.
Never in the right place.
Oh, they've hit my bomb. Sorry, now have they?
Sorry, everyone.
Sick one. And Sin's going to shoot him in the back of the head if Exotic doesn't cover. He can't.
Oh, even baiting it out.
به خدا که میبرم همه اینا رو تک به تک پاره میکنم. نگاه صورتا، نگاه اینو نگاه. اوش این چی جوری زدی؟ اسکل پلشت تک به تک اما مورتی.
Cheeky from Hex through the smoke to close it.
Oh, they're having fun now.
This will be the 13th consecutive Mirage win. M80 definitely got a home turf. Okay, Pro finds output, so does Sonic. Spams through the smoke. Hex removing Exotic, and there's already a lot going on B. In fact, the bomb is the problem. Doesn't matter if you kill them all. Sin, a 1v2 for him in middle. He just takes them both.
میگم واقعا یه استانداردی. این چه کاری بود؟ SMG رو انداخت و مید.
What can you say about this one?
Not much. You can say that the team with all
واقعا برام سواله.
their active roster are winning.
Yeah, and we know that they want a revenge right from that best of 5 final. I think this one still counts.
Oh yeah. This is at the major. They could have 3 of their core. It would be
right. Yeah.
Count.
And considering, you know, you just flick through the players who are in this M80 roster, for a few of them this is their 3rd major, so there's not a lot of outings, a lot of nods, a lot of cap wears to an event of this caliber, so being able to progress from stage 1 to stage 2, that's a win within itself.
It's also going to prove very affirming for Hex and his decisions to leave and move over to M80. Seems crazy to me that he's only been in the M80 roster for 4 months.
Yeah, there's a few teams that have only made changes this side of the season, right? That just shows you how quick things have come to head in the second half of 2025.
What will this one be? Will they find 11? Looks like it's going to be a little Palace pop. Swisher investigates. Sonic's going to be throwing a block smoke. Is that what they were waiting for, though? Is that their go sign?
Go, yeah. Here they come.
Oh, down he goes!
Oh, is there more to follow? Swish
Yes,
is the only zone traditionally resides. And I think they can call it off now that you've been able to find yourself in this 4v4. You're looking for 11 on the half. You're talking about Hex. They benched him. So this is going to feel like more sweet revenge for him. Found himself on M80, and they're looking more hot to trot to close out the year. M80 trying to return to some of their successes of 2024, or at least highlights of 2024. But this would be a great boon for the confidence. Contact out ramp, contact out Palace, and the A fight on its way. Oh, not contact, util. Very meta util set there. Says Molly, covering smoke, and away they go.
Yeah, straight into the side. Exotic will scarp her over to try and lend a hand. Lake flashed in, perfect flash, good cover. That's what you want from Exotic. There's George's as well. Pips him at the post, and now a man advantage for this retake, just to end with something to your name. Hengst anticipating that jump up, doesn't want to play first, and Slacks is only just now arriving on the Palace side. Anticipating that clear, George goes wide, does provide. Missed shot from Slacks, they know exactly where you are. Yeah, you'll just sit the defuse at this point, you're locked in. Diffuse secure. No scope, sure, but it's not going to happen. 2 till 10. M80 just 3 rounds away from the second stage of competition. M80 within touching distance now. They can almost say it's theirs. A 10-2 half, looking to extend themselves to a 13th consecutive Mirage win, and it would be a big win by securing themselves a spot in stage 2 of the Star Ladder Budapest Major.
We're underway with the pistol round of the second half, and they're going to need something to try and get this going, NRG. I don't know how much hope and belief you can have. You won the pistol second half of map number 1, sure, and there was moments, but then Swish's Deagle happened, so even if you're able to wear in with a couple, it's going to need to be more than that. Sonic is selling an A fake.
They're not particularly convinced. No, Lake's confirmed it as well as he hears the audible. A nice shot from Hex to set him up for success, and they've just got too many pistols, too many bullets. Spam them down. You can't split B when you've only got 1 prong coming in from the abs. And this guy trying to sell the fake. Fake didn't last long either. Sonic gets caught out. Sin taps him down.
Sit on that bomb, right? You know he has to come to you. As long as you've got some potent crossfires and team play set up, there really should be no way. Bro knows that is the murder hole.
Bit of an anti, it feels like. I mean, who starts 2 dual Berettas on short?
Yeah, I guess for a B play, you can get them as they're jumping out of the window, so like how versatile can it be? But that fake, just nobody buying it as Sin, bullet between the eyes, and that should be that. 11-2. And your choice right now as Daps is to force out the rest of the game or take an eco, you give over 12, and then you have to battle back in to win 10 consecutive rounds. Have fun with that.
Yeah. The force also is like such a meek one. You didn't get any kills or like anything going, right? Like what are you supposed to buy with 1 extra $300? It's Tech 9s, a couple of Deagles, and a Dream. NRG. They've got 2 of the 3 wins required, but the third one has to be found in a best of 3, and their first challenge has proved too much to handle. So far, we haven't seen evidence that M80 are going to be tripping over their shoelaces. The same, same conversation we were having about FlyQuest.
Yeah, and they're looking dialed in, and at this point, right, it's just about taking care of business. So nobody going aggressive and just trying to get the job done. It's still, that's practice what we have preached all throughout getting us to this point. You look at Last TV Austin, right, home turf for a few of these guys. And,
oh, nice shot.
Not bad. Isn't going to get anything else for his troubles. The rest of them are going to be set up going towards A. Sins here, Slacks, and Lake rotating over as well. So Cavalry has arrived to defend this site.
Oh, انرژی هم باخت.
As well, just over the top of the box. Sonic loses his head, and Bros are trying to bait him in so that George can find the kill. George, struggling, and Sin is somehow still alive. How does he not go down after all of that? 3 kills from him, 12 in the bag. 1 single round is all they need.
Yeah, and returning to the last major for M80, they were able to win, I think, 1 game, right? So
yes,
they had something to their name. But here, I understand it's stage 1. Last time they started in stage 2. This is going to be a nice little confidence builder, right? You come in, a bit of a yawn there to the camera from Lake. It's a walk in the park, is it, mate? Well, yeah, I didn't think you thought winning your games would net you a matchup against NRG with their coach standing in, but either way, this is likely to be the final round.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you. That's what I love about the American Counter-Strike. You know, they may not always have the best players, but they got the best banter. Lake with a double kill. Oh, it's just too quick.
چرا تا حالا اینجوری پلی نمیدادی؟ تمومش میکردی زودتر بره دیگه.
Not even a competition.
Yeah, these last 2 best of 3s, FlyQuest and now M80 have taken care of business.
واقعا جیجی.
2 are locked in, and they're going to be joining the likes of your Astralis of the world, Aurora, Liquid, Navi, 3D Max Passion, Tyloo, MIVR. M80 joined that list, and they'll be happy with that. They just played
یعنی
really structured Counter-Strike. They took care of business. It didn't matter that there was a coach in the mix.
خداوکیلی شموشک سازیه ملاشیه شموشک سازی ملاشیه بهتر اینا پلی میده نگاش قیافه ها رو پهید چی بود باختید خداوکیلی شموشک سازیه ملاشیه شموشک سازی ملاشیه بهتر اینا پلی
M80 find themselves going through to stage 2 in style, a 3-0 and a comfortable matchup for you here playing against NRG. Obviously, you played them not too long ago in a best-of-5 final. They did reverse sweep you, so...
آقا جیجی
No, it's just with down playing on Nitro, but you felt like you needed to get the revenge in a confident way?
I mean, of course. We played the same 2 maps this last time we played them, and they kind of went the same fashion. So we came this match like extra energy, extra like motivation to really like show that we're the better team here. Obviously they don't have their full lineup, but we saw a pretty good performance from us today.
I think a very good performance across so far this stage of the major, but I want to ask you, a lot of your team were telling me the boot camp you just had wasn't so good, but yet actually here you perform well. So how does that work out?
I mean, you have to make mistakes, right, to get better. So like when we were watching these rounds in review at boot camp, we're like throwing 5v3 right, and then we come here and so far so good. But Def made a joke even saying that like if we have a bad boot camp, we play better. So good thing.
So you need to play bad at boot camp to play well. Stiko, would you agree with that?
It happens. Sometimes it's a curse itself. But I want to see your uptick in the performance lately, and I want to credit it a little bit. We've spoken a bit. You started aim training, right?
I mean, a little bit here and there, a little bit of aim labs.
All right, so this is something that I want to talk to our viewers as well, because this is not something a lot of players do, but how do you set it? Do you think it actually helps you in terms of confidence, or do you see actual tangible results?
I mean, obviously I'm playing well, but like I can't necessarily contribute to the aim training at all. I think, to be honest, the most important thing is just confidence, and then like when you're confidently peeking, confidently aiming, and just everything like that, you're more likely to just kill people.
Alright, so you said that it was a terrible
Bar
boot camp.
gum shaba.
Worst boot camp. Was it in terms of the results, or did you have like, internal fights, or what is it? Is there something along the lines there?
No, we didn't have any fights. We just started rough like early on. We hadn't been in Europe in a couple weeks, so like it was a little bit of a catch up. We were focusing on, at least early on in the boot camp, a lot of our weaker maps. So obviously there was some struggling results, but then towards the end we had better results. And there was no fighting or anything like that, just bad results, to be honest.
What a bounce back, 3-0 start. Good luck further.
And I got to ask you, Swisher, we saw you guys at London, right, make it to a big playoff stage, and I know that didn't go the way you wanted, but you showed some positive signs, some positive results. After that, though, from the other European events, things did really start to slow down. So was it like a case of you went back to America, you could dominate there basically in most events, but then was there something hugely that you noticed was a change or something different that happened in order to connect like this now at the major?
I mean, I don't know. We just kind of like went into this like discussing, going like, hey, like last time at the Austin Major, we see Stage 1 teams like Legacy play really well, and then they just use that momentum to go on. Yeah. So we're like, we didn't even think that like starting Stage 1 is a bad thing. We kind of treat it as almost as a good thing. That like we can get our wins in here, get our momentum, and then take that forward.
That's a really positive mentality. So I'm guessing you're thinking for Stage 2. You've got that momentum now. You've gone 3-0 here. Confidence is sky high. Tell me about it.
Yeah, of course. We're excited to play all these teams. I think everybody's beatable right now, except for maybe like the top 1, top 3-ish. But everybody's beatable, especially in best of ones, right? So we're excited for those.
Well, I'm very excited to see you in that stage. Anything you want to say to all the North American fans out there who are supporting right now and seeing some North American success?
Oh, GG.
Appreciate